Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me for this very special playthrough of Mage Knight. Very special because it's my birthday today, and Mage Knight is my number one favourite game. It's been my number one favourite game for many, many years now. And every so often, a game comes out that's absolutely fantastic, and I think, oh, is this going to be better than Mage Knight? And some games have come close, I will be honest with you. But no, Mage Knight, on reflection, every time I really sit down and think about it, and every time I look at it or play it again, it is still my favourite game. So yeah, hopefully everything is working fine. Thank you very much to everybody for joining me in the chat. Mage Knight, never heard of it, says Derek. Go away, Derek. Thank you very much for popping in. Yeah, hopefully the audio is working fine. We had no power cuts during the night, so my microphone system has stayed on. And we're going to be playing through Blitz Conquest today. I really wanted to play through the solo full conquest, but I am on a time limit. I'm going out to the local games club tonight, so I have a fixed period of time. Ideally, I want to be wrapping this up at around 5 o'clock, so I've got 4 hours. I could stretch a little bit further if I needed to, but I'm leaving the house at 6, so that is my absolute definite hard cutoff. So I'm going to be playing solo Blitz Conquest today, which is not an official scenario. It's not actually in the rulebook. There are rules for a solo full conquest scenario, and then it kind of says, well, you can play any of the other scenarios solo, just make some tweaks, but it doesn't actually specify exactly what you're supposed to do. So I had a bit of a panic, and then I managed to find a thread on BGG where somebody had listed what they use for the solo rules for Blitz Conquest. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you don't know how to play Mage Knight, this is not going to be the video to watch. I have done multiple Mage Knight playthroughs on my channel. Some of them have been playthroughs. Some of them have been tutorial and playthroughs. There are definitely at least 2 videos on my channel, if not 3, going back over the last few years, where I sit down with a new person and teach them how to play the game from scratch. So if you are interested in learning how to play, those are probably the best videos to watch. Now, if you don't know anything about the game, it is a 1 to 4 player fantasy themed exploration-y combat game. You are going to be exploring the land, fighting monsters, leveling up your character. It has deck building elements to it, and you're trying to get as many points as you can at the end of the game. There is a way that you can play the game cooperatively, where you need to defeat the cities. So you need to find the cities and defeat the cities. And that's the objective of the solo game. In here, at the bottom of this stack, we have 2 types of tiles, countryside and core tiles. Somewhere in these 4 tiles are 2 cities. We don't know where they are, and we don't know which cities they are. We've got to find them, and we've got to defeat all of the occupants of those cities. And if we do that, we win the game. One of the great things about Mage Knight, though, is you still count up your score, and you can customize the game. You can make it harder, and as you make it harder, you're going to score more points. So we will be adding up the points at the end of the game, whether we win or lose, just to see how we get on. Now, in terms of which character I'm going to play, these 4 characters came with the base game. Then there was the first expansion for the game, which was Lost Legion, which included Wolfhawk. I was a developer on that expansion. Then there was the Krang character expansion that me and Phil Pettifer, Phil is in the chat, if you want to say hello to Phil. Me and Phil worked on the Krang expansion together. And then there is the Shades of Tesla expansion that, again, me and Phil worked on together. To be honest, Phil did probably 80% of the work on that expansion. So these are the characters. Now, there is a poll running on YouTube right now for which character I should play. And I wanted to do all 7. But unfortunately, YouTube limited me to 4. So I'm going to be closing the poll, and the current, let's close the poll. We've only had 54 votes, but that's it. I'm going to end the poll now, and it's Wolfhawk or Krang that had the most votes. Yes, so Wolfhawk or Krang had the most votes. Yep, so what I'm going to do is we're now going to start another poll to say Wolfhawk or Krang. So let's start this poll now. Start a poll. Where's my keyboard gone? Here's my keyboard. Wolfhawk or Krang. Interesting that people have voted on the new characters. I assumed there would be more of a preference for the old characters. So Wolfhawk, Krang, Okay, are you ready? The poll is starting now. And of course, if you're watching this video back later on, you might be thinking, what poll? I can't see a poll. It's because this is being done as a live stream on my birthday. And vote now. We're going to give it like a couple of minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick the other character that is going to be the dummy player. We can do that now. It's supposed to be one of the characters that you're not using at random, but I'm just going to pick one of these and I will set that up while the voting is happening. So our dummy player today is Noroas. Now, the dummy player in the solo version of the game doesn't really do anything. It acts as a timer. And you will notice I'm not using the crystals that come with the game. That's because the blue crystals that come with the game are very, very dark. And on the overhead camera, you won't be able to tell them apart. So I'm using these little cubes for the crystals. So I've got 2 white ones and a green one. And we need Noroas's deck. Where is Noroas's deck? I can't even remember what symbol Noroas is. Oh, is that one? So the first time I ever played this game properly, I actually have memories of it. It was way back in 2000 and it was the year before the game came out, or the year the game came out, which is I think 2011, 2012. Very, very fond memories of it because I'd played through the tutorial a couple of times myself. This is with a homemade prototype. Vlaja sent me all of the files. I printed them all off. I took it to my local games club on a Saturday and we sat down and we played full conquest scenario. It took us about 8 hours and I played Noroas and I will never forget it. It was a brilliant experience. I have no idea who I was playing with on that day, but if you were one of them, thank you very much for joining me for that. So Noroas's deck should be, is it 16 cards? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I have to say, I've not played this game in over a year. I am very rusty with the rules, and I've been busy this morning doing other stuff, so I haven't sat down and reread all of the rules. I'm hoping most of it comes back to me. If I do make any rules mistakes, I would like people in the chat to certainly point them out when I do make rules mistakes. What I would ask, though, for today is to, unless I ask for it specifically, please hang fire with all of the tactical advice. I have found when playing games such as this, Too Many Bones, and other really deep tactical games where we've got people in the chat watching who are absolute experts at the game, they are literally telling me exactly what to do step by step, which in some respects I appreciate, but then there's a fine line between me accepting strategic advice from people in the chat and then literally doing exactly what they're saying and not playing the game myself. So yeah, if I ask for it, please feel free to give me advice and feel free to sort of say, oh, I wouldn't have done that, I would have done this instead. But just hang fire with the over the top advice. So we've had 66 votes. We're going to close the poll, and we are going to be playing Wolfhawk. Wolfhawk is the character that we're going to be playing today. There we go. Right. And as I mentioned, there is no second player. We're not playing against another player. That is purely just a timer for the game. Right, Wolfhawk. When was the last time I played Wolfhawk? I do not know. Let's try and find Wolfhawk's deck. So let's have a look here. We've got my skill tokens. We've got all my things. Don't need those. So we're going to start off here. We have entered through the portal. And I need to take out the... I definitely need to take out the bad one. Do I also take out the cooperative one? I can't remember now. Do I? So my first rules question: do I take out both the interactive and the cooperative skills for a solo game? I can't quite remember. And yeah, purple. Play the one that you have the most fun. To be honest, I think I have a similar amount of fun playing all of these characters. I have certain emotional attachments to some of them, like the game I played with Arathea, where I ended up with 13 wounds in my deck. Just the competitive one. Okay, so you do play with the competitive one in solo. We don't play with that one. Thank you very much. What else do I need? I need my character. I am level 1. We can put that over here. So I have... Where is it? Here we go. We have 2 armor. We have a hand size of 5. I have no crystals to start with. I have my things. Oh, we do have Noroas's turn order counter. which is where? Where's Norowas's turn order counter? There it is. So I think we do need that. But I don't think we need any of the other stuff. It's there in case we do. And I'm still trying to find Wolfhawk's cards. This will be fun if I can't find Wolfhawk's cards. Is it these? No, it's not these. So I've got... That's Tovak. That's Bravelar. That's Krang. That's Arithea. Aha, found it. No, that's Goldix. Right, so, and these are not sleeved, so I'm going to have to sleeve these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. Excellent. Right, I'm just going to have to de-sleeve one of my other characters. Peter's here. Hi, Peter. Long time no see. Hope you're doing okay. You've not missed anything. Well, you've missed the vote for which character I'm going to play. And if you wanted to look at the offer, and if you wanted to look at which tiles I've dealt, to start with, I've got Countryside tiles 1 and 3, which are two of the relatively straightforward, simple ones. I am playing with all of the tokens from all of the expansions. So we are playing with every token from every expansion in the game, which means we're going to be coming across things that I don't remember that well. I would say I could probably remember 99% of the rules for the base game. There's a few of the special abilities that I'm not 100% sure on. So we're going to be coming across those today. And in fact, the first rampaging enemy we found is, well, it looks like a griffin. And it's got lots of icons on it that I don't know what they mean. It is not even in here. No, it is. It's the Cloud Griffins. So, and we're playing with the faction tokens. I don't normally play with those, but we are playing with those today, since I helped design them. So why not? So the Cloud Griffins, they attack for 4 melee or physical attack. They're worth 3 fame and a faction token. They are swift, which means I have to use twice as much block to block them. So it's going to be 8 block to block them. They are not fortified because they're flying around. So even if they were fortified, they're not fortified, which doesn't matter for there. But they are also elusive, which means I think if I didn't block them, I need 8. Is that right? Okay, that's a really tough one to start with. Have I got that right? It'd be, as I say, this will be quite funny to see how many of the rules I actually remember on how to play the game. So have I understood elusive correctly? If you don't block them, it costs twice as much to attack them. That seems to ring a bell. There are certain games where no matter how long it is between playing them, the rules are stuck in my head. Through the Ages, for example, that will be... I mean, I'm talking complicated games as well. Through the Ages, I'm pretty sure I could tell you with 99% accuracy every single rule of Through the Ages, even though I've not played it in a while, because those rules are just ingrained into my head. Okay, I did get the rules correct. Awesome. Okay, and the Blitz scenario. So with Blitz, you start off with 1 fame instead of 0. And every time you go up a level, you gain an extra fame. And the easiest way to visually represent that is to put some kind of marker on the leftmost space of each level. And then basically you skip that space. You also start with 2 steps up on the reputation track. So I'm already at +1. People already like me a little bit. And the last thing to mention just before we start is this is not a sponsored playthrough video. The original plan was that WizKids were going to try and get me a copy of the latest expansion, Apocalypse Dragon. Phil was going to be coming over and we were going to be doing a 2-player sponsored playthrough of Mage Knight with the new expansion. However, things change and WizKids have not been able to get me a copy of that expansion. So I'm still playing Mage Knight today, but this is not a sponsored video. So I'm not being paid any money to create this video. As always, and if you are new to my channel and you didn't know this, but every single video of mine that's on my channel, all of the advertising revenue goes to charity. So I don't make any money directly from the videos on my channel. What we do is we raise money for charity every year, which is about £6,000 that we give every year to charity. So if you're watching this video, thank you very much. You are helping donate money for charity. And the reason I'm able to do all of these videos and in fact take this week off work is thanks to the amazing support of my Patreon campaign. So if you want to support me directly, the best way of doing that is likes and comments on the video, but also patreon.com/gaming rules. You can join at a low level of just $1 a month if you want to. I did have a sort of hidden goal of trying to get to 1,200 supporters on Patreon by the end of this week. Unfortunately, a few people have left me this week and we've only had a couple of new people. So we're currently, I think we're about 22 short. So yeah, if you did want to join me on Patreon, maybe we'll make 1,200. Who knows? That would be great. That would be great. So my deck is done. The other player's deck is done. Are we ready? I think we are ready to start. We are playing over 4 rounds and we've got to find the cities and we've got to defeat the cities. If you have any questions about the new Mage Knight expansion, Apocalypse Dragon, feel free to put them in the chat because Phil designed that. I've had nothing to do with the design of that one. That's all Phil, and he's in the chat watching. So, yeah, he can hopefully hope we didn't miss the roll for the mana. We didn't. We haven't rolled for the mana. Thank you very much, Paul, for spotting that. Okay. So we got 2 blue, we got a white, and we have a depleted mana already. It's a cloudy day. Right, so how do you play the game? Well, it's something to do with day and night. So we have, with day and night, we have these tactics cards. And I can't remember how you choose who goes first. Who goes first in a solo game? Is it random? Let's have a look, see what it says. Solo conquest. When taking tactics, you always choose first. The dummy player then takes 1 at random from those remaining. And at the end of each day or night, we remove both of the used tactics card from the game. Right, okay. So, which one of these do I want? Well, it depends which cards we get. So, we've got 5 cards. It's my hand of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you know the game, I will kind of read them out. Where am I going to put my deck? Put my deck over there. So we've got mana draw, we've got swiftness, we've got concentration, we've got rage, and we've got march. And we are here, and we have a village here, we have another village here, we have a magic glade here, we have a keep. Oh, we need a keep counter. Keep. There you go. And that's face down because you don't know what's in it, whereas these ones are always face up. We have a white crystal mine here. We have some spells in the offer. We have some advanced actions in the offer, including one of the new ones, the very special dual color ones that came with the latest expansion. We have 4 units in the offer because we're playing on blitz mode. Yeah, 3 mana dice in solo, but the blitz scenario, you use 1 more. So with the blitz scenario, it's 4 rounds instead of 6, and you have 1 more unit in the offer than normal and 1 more mana dice than normal. So yes, I think that's it. Right, so yeah, do we have a plan? What is our plan? Well, first of all, are we going to try and take this on? If we take this on, we're going to need 8 block. There's no way I'm going to get 8 block. Which means I'm going to have to deal an attack of 8. And there's no way I can deal an attack of 8. Well, I can concentrate. And that would be 6, and then 2 cards sideways. Okay, so we could. We could get an attack of 8 on this. We would take 2 wounds, but we can't get to it and attack it this turn. But we could save up, we could save the concentration to then hopefully move towards the Cloud Griffins. The other alternative is we can go to a village. We can try and recruit in the village. Who can we recruit? Is it the Utum Guardsman? Is that the village icon? I think that's the village icon. Yeah, so they're 5 influence. And there's also the Scouts. They're only going to cost 4 influence. And we do have +1 reputation. So I need 1 fewer. How are we doing with influence? Nope, we haven't got any influence. Right. So we could go there anyway. We could do some raiding. So in terms of tactics, we could. Planning is always very good. We could rethink, discard 3 of these cards and get some extra ones. Now, is that actually going to help us? So if we were to use the march, is there a green mana in the source? There isn't a green mana in the source. Okay, so that would only be moved to. We could use mana draw. We could use mana draw with the white to take a mana dice from the source and set it to any colour except gold, gain 2 green mana, use one of them to play March, and we could use one of them to play Concentration. Ah, right. Which would be great. In fact, we could concentrate on the March. Oh, so many options. So many options. Yeah, the one that gives me 2 more cards. That's the one I'm thinking about. Great Start is an amazing card, and it's probably my favourite one, and it will get me 2 more cards at the start of the game. The downside of taking Great Start is the chances are there is a 4 in 5 chance that the dummy player goes first, which means I might end up having 1 fewer turn this round. I don't think we want to rethink. The other option is Mana Steal. Take a die of a basic colour from the source and put it on this card. Okay, it's still not green. I'm just working out, if I was to play Mana Draw to get 2 green mana, I could play March for 4, and then I could concentrate and do a ranged attack of 5. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ranged attack of 5. Doesn't that kill it before it gets to attack me? Isn't that how the combat works? It's ranged combat first, and then it attacks me. Yeah, okay, but I think it's still 8. Yeah, I think Elusive is... And Elusive was in the first expansion, wasn't it? I think I'm understanding this correctly. Elusive has 2 armor values. Yeah, in the ranged and siege phase, use the higher one. Yeah, okay, so it's going to cost me 8 ranged attack to kill it in the ranged. I can't do that. I can get 5. So I could use Mana Draw to get 2 green mana. I'd only be able to use 1 of it. I'd use 1 of it in that. Vicky's arrived home. Hello. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm tempted. And I'm not going to be able to... I'm probably not going to be able to use the ranged attack on these guys, because they're normally fortified. The only time that enemies in a keep are not fortified is if they have the I'm not fortified. Oh, thank you very much, Jess. Thank you very much for your Patreon support. I will try and keep an eye out on my emails, and if anybody does join as a new Patreon supporter, I will say thank you very much. And Jess has just joined as a Patreon supporter, so thank you very much, Jess. And as soon as this video is done, I will join you to our Slack channel. That's where the community is, which this morning is filled with lots of my Patreon supporters telling me how much they hate Mage Knight. So it's been an interesting morning, which, you know, I've put their names on a list, and I will be making some phone calls later on. So, oh, this game is full of decisions, isn't it? I think we're going to go with Great Start. We're going to go with it, and we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to take Great Start, which means I draw 2 cards. And then we'll see what happens. Rethink. Okay, now the dummy player doesn't do anything with that. And in fact, those 2 cards are now gone from the game. But it does mean that the dummy player is going to take the first turn in the game. And all you do on the dummy player's turn is you reveal the top 3 cards from the deck, because this deck is a timer. And then if the top card, if the colour of the top card matches one of the crystals that it has, which in this case it does, green, it has 1 green crystal, so it's an extra card. So it's not completely predictable, but as Norowas is going to gain more and more crystals over the course of the game, the timer is going to go a bit faster. Right, it's now my go. What 2 cards did we get? Well, we got 2 influence cards. We got the 2 opposite influence cards. We got the nice influence card and the not so nice influence card. So I think we probably want to go and recruit some units, which is what we can do in the village. So, oh, now that's interesting, isn't it? Okay. Oh, we could in fact use concentration to gain a mana token. Oh, concentration is such a powerful card. I am really tempted to save that for when we attack this keep, because I think I'm leaning towards the keep rather than the Cloud Griffins. That's where I'm leaning towards, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, we've got choices here. We could. I do want to use a mana from the source because that's a good. And I think I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to play March for move 2. I'm going to have to use another. I'm going to have to either use Swiftness for another move 2, or I'm going to put 2 cards sideways. Oh. Okay, I'm going to use Swiftness. So I'm using March and I'm using Swiftness to generate 4 movement points, which I am then going into the village. And then when I get to the village, I am going to use the white mana from the source to use my Promise card to generate 4 influence, plus 1 because of my reputation. And we're going to recruit the Utum Guardsmen that require 5 influence. And that is it. And you can only have 1 unit until you hit level 3. So there you go. That, oh, and I've fallen over as well. That, I believe, is it. Now, at the end of my turn, I'm going to put my cards in my discard pile. I'm going to roll this, put it back as blue. It's all blue. Those go to my discard pile. I could choose to discard any number of cards from my hand. I don't think I'm going to. I'm actually going to save this influence card because when we get to the keep, I might then be able to use it, although I will have a unit. It could be that we use the guardsmen in the fight against the keep, and then they're kind of exhausted, and then we just replace them with another unit, like the swordsman. So I'm going to save that. We're definitely saving concentration. Rage is going to be good. Mana draw is actually not very good. Right now, mana draw is not good. It allows me to use an additional mana die from the source this turn. They're all blue. I have no way of changing that. I might have to go onto the crystal mine here, spend a turn there, mine the crystal, get the white crystal in order for me to play mana draw. But I don't want to discard it. Okay, so I am ending my turn. I am drawing up to my hand size, which is 5. And then one thing that you can do in between turns, if you are in a village, you can pillage the village. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because, oh, no, maybe not. Because I've drawn a move 2 card. So that actually changes everything. If I hadn't have drawn a move card, I'd be tempted to pillage the village. But having drawn this, I could play that. Oh, it's still only move 2. Yeah, because it's 3 to get into the hills. I've just noticed the Utum Guardsman is awesome against the Cloud Griffins, because their block 4 counts twice against attacks with Swiftness, which is exactly what it is. So they could totally block that, and then I could totally kill it. But I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 movement points to get there to be able to attack it. There's no chance of that happening, is there? Oh, right. Do we pillage the village? Yeah, I could use a concentration to power mana draw. Yeah, so I could use the basic effect of concentration to gain a white mana token to then play the powered up effect of mana draw to take one of those to take, for example, 2 red. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Pillaging the village is going to give me additional options. Let's do it. We're going to pillage the village. If we lose a reputation, we draw 2 cards. We've drawn Crystallize, and we've drawn my special card, Tirelessness. Now, there was a good reason for pillaging, because I haven't really drawn any blue cards, and there's lots of blue mana in the source, and now I have. So this is one of Wolfhawk's special cards. It's an improved version of what was Stamina, I think. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, that opens up all sorts of options for next turn. Yes. I love this game. Right, so we're going to Noroas's turn. Noras is revealing 3 cards. 1, 2, and it's green, so it's an extra 1. Okay, right, my go. So I think we need to do this. We need to play Tirelessness, powered up with a blue mana. What this does is it generates me 4 movement points, and now every other card that I play, providing movement, including cards sideways, gives an extra 1. So that's 4. 4 would get me to here. All I need to do is generate 2 more, plus the 1, 3 to go into the forest and attack the Cloud Griffins. We could. Or we could use those 4 movement points to go here, and then we could explore and we could see what's in the keep. Keep or Cloud Griffins? Well, I've got the Utum Guardsmen. The Utum Guardsmen are literally the best thing for fighting the Cloud Griffins. It's like it's destiny. I think that's what we should do. And it gets us 3 fame. Although the fame for this. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Oh, also exploration. Exploration is 2 movement, isn't it? Okay, right. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to play. So I've got 4 movement. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the village, but I'm not going to hang around. I'm just going to wave at the bartender. I'm going to play that for another 2 plus 1. So that's another 3 movement. In fact, let's do that in a minute. I'm going to play that sideways for 2 movement, and I'm going to use that 2 movement to explore here. Now, this map in this scenario is a wedge scenario, so we're going to be exploring in that kind of thing. And exploration does not get you any fame unless you're playing the tutorial. So we've found it's tile number 7. So tile number 7 contains a monastery, which means we get an advanced action from the top of the deck, and we add it to the unit offer. In fact, I'm actually just going to put it there. So that can be learned. That is an advanced action that you can learn at the monastery. We also have another rampaging enemy thing, and this time it's like a horde of zombies. Yeah, 3 separate attacks at 1, and it's resistant to ice, and it's cumbersome. Okay, more complicated icons. We also have a dungeon that we can go down. Is it a dungeon or a tomb? I think it's a tomb. And they called it a tomb. Oh, faction tokens. We'll need those later. No, it's a dungeon. It is a dungeon. Tomb's the advanced one, isn't it? Okay, right. But that's it. I've explored it. That is part of my movement. That is not an action, so I can still carry on with my turn, which will be to play that with an extra 1 is 3 movement points. We're going to move to here. And then I am going to stop my movement, and I'm going to declare an attack on this rampaging enemy here. And I do have the overhead camera turned on, so let me just show you this. I don't know if it's going to be there. There we go. Right, that's who we're fighting against. So yeah, is it going to focus? There you go, it's going to focus. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? Let me make that a little bit brighter. There you go. So yeah, we're fighting against the Cloud Griffins, which, as we say, I can kill them in range combat, but I would need 8. I don't have 8, which means they're going to hit me for 4, which means normally you would need a block of 4, but because they're swift, I would need a block of 8. Thankfully, I have the Utum Guardsmen that I can use, which give me a block of 4, counts twice against swiftness, so I can use them to block. And then I need to kill it, which is 4 attack, and I will get 3 fame and a faction token. That's how the game works. So, we're going to activate the Utum Guardsmen, use their block 4, so that's it. The Cloud Griffins come down from the sky, my Guardsmen form a shield wall around me, and the Cloud Griffins bounce off. Now, have we worked out how we're going to kill them? Yes, we have. It was going to be Yeah, how were we going to do this? We were going to do this. I did have a way of doing it. Don't worry, it's all fine. There's a few ways of doing it. I can use concentration to gain a red mana token and then hit it for 4. Or I could use mana draw to be able to use an extra mana from the source this turn, 2 instead of 1. Play Crystallize to turn it into a red crystal, and then use the red crystal to play Rage, which would be 3 cards. So we don't want to do that. We're just going to play mana draw to allow me to use an extra die from the source. No. We're going to play concentration to gain a blue mana token. So it's a mana token, not a crystal. And then not blue, red. And then I use the red to play Rage, attack 4. Yeah, and that still leaves me 2 cards in hand. Oh, which I could actually use. If I really wanted to, I could then play mana draw to use another die from the source and then crystallize it into something else. That means I would end up with a crystal. Oh, is that what we want to do? Yeah, I think I might. But anyway, we've killed it. Yes. So, it's dead, which means I get 3 fame. So 1, 2, 3, which means I've leveled up, and it's a card level up and a skill. So, character levels up. I first of all get 2 of my random skills from here, and I get to choose one of them, and the other one I can never have again. So we've gained this one, which is Taunt. Once per turn during the block phase, either reduce 1 attack of 1 enemy by 1, or increase 1 attack of an enemy by 2, but then reduce the armor by the same enemy by 2 to a minimum of 1. Okay, or I can do this one, Motivation. Now, Motivation means once per round, on any player's turn, flip the card to draw 2 cards. If you have the least fame, you also gain a fame. But in a solo game, I'm pretty sure that I don't get that bonus in a solo game. I mean, I'm tempted to go with Motivation. It's the easier one of the two, and it's a little bit boring, but we're going to take it. So that skill has gone. We'll never have that. This is now mine. I am now motivated. Also, I get to take one of these advanced actions, and this goes on top of my deck. Oh, you always have the least fame in solo. Oh, okay. You always get... Thank you very much. Right, okay, excellent. That's going to be even better then. Right, so which one of these do we want? Do we want In Need, which was an influence card, but you get more influence if you're wounded? It's good for Arithia. We have Mountain Law, movement, and if you end your turn in hills, your hand limit is increased by 1. Okay, or the new fancy special card that I have never played with, Rush of Adrenaline. So it's a red-green card, so it can be boosted by either red or green. For the first 3 wounds you take to your hand this turn, draw a card. After taking the first wound to your hand this turn, throw it away and draw a card. For each of the next 3 wounds you take, draw a card. Okay. So that's good in combat if you're about to get hit. I mean, I'm tempted to take it because I've never played with this card before. So let's take it. And one of the great things with this game, which I think this game might have done first, is that when you gain a card, it goes on the top of your deck. None of this, oh, it goes in your discard pile and you might get it at some point in future. It's like, nope, you get it straight away. Rush of Adrenaline is a great card. There we go. Thank you very much, Johnny. And then we are going to do it. I am going to play Mana Draw to allow me to use an additional mana die from the source this turn, and I'm going to use it to crystallize. Now, what colour crystal do we want? I think in my deck, both of my marches are gone. My stamina is in there, which is move 4. So I could take blue, but there's a blue in the source. And I'm going to get a gold at the start of the round because of the magical glade. Sorry, start of my next turn. Oh, that's dead as well. Oh, and I get a faction token. Oh, hang on. There's too many things happening. Yeah, let's get the faction token first. And if you don't like the faction tokens, we did put a variant rule in the game that you don't have to use them. And instead of using them, you just get 1 extra fame instead. So I'm going to get this faction token, and it is this one, which does... It's a Tome of Relearning. On your turn, when not in combat, you may swap one of your skills for another skill in the common skills area. Okay, so that one that I said had gone, it's actually in the common skills area. And I could use it on my turn when not in combat to swap that with that. But I could keep this at the end of the game and it's worth 1 fame. If you're counting your points, which you should. You should always try and count your points at the end of the game to see how well you've done. I sound like I'm only coming on the left channel. Okay. I don't know why that is. I've not changed anything. I've not changed anything at all with my audio setup. Anybody else who is listening on headphones, let me know. If I'm only coming out of the left speaker, I've no idea why that would be. Yeah, I've not changed anything at all. Oh, and a reputation, yes, because it's a rampaging enemy, and you always get a reputation for that. So, where were we? We've killed the monster, we've done that, that goes in the dead pile. And we've leveled up, and we've taken a skill, and we've taken a card, and then we were crystallizing, and I was deciding which colour crystal to take. I mean, crystals are always good. So, I think I might take a blue one. So I'm taking a blue crystal. That goes there. Okay, Aronwin says I'm coming through both speakers. That's good, because I'm actually transmitting in mono rather than stereo. So if I was only coming out the left speaker, that means there's a problem with your with your right ear. We're done. That is the end of my turn. Wow, what a turn. So these go back. I would heal a wound if I could, because I'm in a magic blade at the end of my turn. Big turn. Big turn. Draw 5. And basically, the timer, you want to make sure you've done as much as you can before the timer runs out. The worst case is that the timer goes really quick and you end up with half of your cards still in your deck. I don't think that's going to happen this time. It's blue. We don't draw an extra card. Right. My go. Start of my go, I gain a gold mana token. And I am using the crystal for this because it's clear. We've got Rush of Adrenaline. We've got Improvisation, which is always good. We've got Rage. We've got Swift Reflexes, which is my other special card. And we have Determination. So, what's the new plan? Is it to go and burn down the monastery and get an artifact? Always good fun on a Thursday afternoon. Do we want to go to the keep? Do we want to go down the dungeon? Do we want to replace the U10 guardsmen? Or are we happy with those and maybe try and level up and maybe have another slot? We could go exploring from here. It will cost me 3 movement points to get there and then another 2 to explore. So we could do all of those things and more. This Rush of Adrenaline might actually be quite good. We could try and take on this keep. If I can get 4 movement to here, no, I would then need another 3 because keeps you have to actually assault them. It's probably one of the trickiest parts of the game when you're teaching this game to new people and to learn it is that these green enemies, you don't move onto their space to attack them. You actually just stand next to them and attack them. Same with the dragons. But everything else in the game, you have to actually move onto the space in order to attack it, which means you need the movement points to move onto the space. So that would be 7 movement for me to get there. I can't really do 7 movement. I can use that with another card to get 3. Swift Reflexes can be 2. I mean, I can use cards sideways, but there's another village as well. We could go and pillage another village, but that's what to do? What to do? I have a gold. I have a gold mana crystal. I am going to use that gold as if it was red. I'm going to play Improvisation. I am going to discard another card, and it's going to be Determination. Determination is being discarded. That gives me move 5. This is not going to work. No, I've just realised this is actually not going to work. Because 5 with another 2 is 7. And it basically means I assault the keep with these 2 cards in hand. Whatever's in there, I will not be able to kill it with these 2 cards. So, do we want to do move 5? Move 5 could potentially, with an extra 1, could get me onto the dungeon. You don't have to go down. That's the other tricky thing with this game, is understanding that these things are called sites, and sites are safe spaces. You can move onto them, nothing bad happens. It's only if you choose to enter the site that something does happen. And if I move here, I'm going to get to see what this is anyway. And I've not used a mana from the source this turn. Oh, so actually that... Oh. That's 5. That could be ranged attack 3 or reduce an enemy attack by 2. Ooh. Oh, I've got this. I've got the motivation. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my motivation. Is anybody in the chat telling me about motivation? No, you are telling me about the gold mana token. I've got that. Yep, got that. Have I got the cards left to face a purple artifact? A purple artifact? Oh, you mean down the dungeon? Dungeon isn't a purple monster, is it? I thought dungeon was a brown monster. Yeah, mage towers are purple enemies. Yeah, I'm going to use the motivation. So, because I've got the least fame, I gain 1, and I draw my remaining 2 cards from my deck. Oh, sorry, the monastery. Yeah. Yeah, I could attack the monastery. It's a bit early days, isn't it, to be going burning monasteries? I mean, I could. Absolutely. Go and start burning monasteries down. Where's the monasteries card? Yeah, monasteries. And you can't use your units, but I can't use my units anyway. So anyway, I've drawn all of my cards. So we have the Tranquility, which is healing, or draw a card, but I can't draw a card. And we have the Stamina, which is movement. So we've got... Let's undo this. Because no new information has been revealed. I say no new information has been revealed. I drew the last 2 cards of my deck, but I should have done that anyway. Hi, Chris. Thank you very much for dropping in. Chris has been one of my patron supporters, I think, since day 1. All those many, many moons ago when we were both a lot younger. And I had slightly fewer grey hairs. Right, so what are we going to do? We've got multiple choices here. We could go and have a look at the keep, see what's in there, potentially kill whatever's inside, and then potentially have another turn where we recruit the swordsman. Potentially. Or we could go here, try and burn down the monastery. We're not going to be able to use our units because they refuse to get involved in this desecration of the religious buildings. However, the unit is already used. So we need to look at the potential purple enemy tokens in the game and work out whichever one it is, am I going to be able to defeat it? Improvisation with the gold mana is 5 attack. We have swift reflexes with that could be another 3. We also have rage that could be another 2. And we have the rush of adrenaline if I didn't use the white mana, that basically is going to mean that the wounds that I take, I'm going to get to draw a card. Oh, no, I don't need to draw cards. Oh, that's actually rubbish. That right now, the rush of adrenaline is rubbish for me because it allows me to draw cards. Right. So, if it was the monks, I could defeat them no problem. If it was the illusionists, I could probably defeat them no problem. If it's the ice mages, I could. If it's the ice golems, I could. Fire mages, yes. Fire golems, maybe not. I would need 8. Okay. I don't know. I'm tempted to do the keep. Okay, let's do the keep. So 7 movement. 7 movement and not using the improvisation, because I can save the improvisation for the actual attack. How are we going to get the 7 movement? Well, there's I mean, there's 4 if I was to use that. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's use the blue mana from the source to play the stamina card to move 4. Right, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am now going to reveal new information. So the keep tokens start face down. But if you move next to it and it is daytime, you get to look at what it is. I can't undo anything from this point because I am now revealing new information. And it is some ruffians. It's from the expansion set. It's the thugs. We've met some thugs. Now, this is actually quite good because if I do defeat it, well, first of all, I lose a reputation for attacking the keep, but I will gain a reputation back because it turns out that the keep is occupied by a whole load of rowdy thugs. I cannot kill them with ranged because they're fortified. If I had siege, I could. They hit me for 3, but they do double damage because they're brutal. Thankfully, I only need 3 to block. So I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, so I need 3 movement to get in there. So that's going to be improvisation, the basic effect of improvisation, throwing away tranquility, sorry, discarding tranquility. For 3 movement, I move onto the keep, which is an assault, so I lose a reputation. And then they're going to attack me, so I need 3 block, or I'm going to take like 4 wounds. Because it's 3, which would be 2 wounds, but because they're brutal, is it that or is it doubled? I can't remember how brutal works. I think brutal just doubles their attack. Brutal. If unblocked, deals twice as much damage as its attack value. Okay, so 6 damage. Thank you very much. Food has arrived. I might have to take a short break in a minute just to have some soup and some bread. Thank you very much. So yeah, if I don't block it, it's going to deal 6 damage, which is 3 wounds. Yeah, 3 wounds. Thank you, Phil. So, oh, you bought some dandelion and burdock for me. Thank you very much. Was that from the co-op? Tesco? Okay, thank you. For some reason, last night, and I've no idea why, it was about 11:30 last night, and I said to Vicky, I really fancy a glass of dandelion and burdock. Now, we don't have any soft drinks in the house. We drink water, tea, and coffee, and milk, and that's it. We don't have any soft drinks in. No Coke, no lemonade, nothing like that. But for some reason, at 11:30 last night, I said, I really fancy a glass of dandelion and burdock. And Vicky was like, well, you could go to the shops. And I'm like, I'm not going to the shops. It's almost midnight. Anyway, she's been out shopping at lunch and bought me some dandelion and burdock. So, yes. I would say best girlfriend ever, but she's not my girlfriend anymore. Anyway, I got distracted by dandelion and burdock. Where are we? I'm trying to get 3 block. That's all I need. 3 block. So I can do this. I can do this multiple ways. Yeah, this is all fine, and this is probably going to be it for me for the round. So I'm gonna work backwards. I'm gonna work out how I'm gonna kill it, which will be attack 4, attack 5. Oh. Hang on. I'm going to do something cool. I'm going to play Swift Reflexes to reduce 1 enemy attack by 1. So it's actually only 2 attack, which means I then play Determination to block 2. Is that right? That's awesome. Yeah, reduce the enemy attack by 1. So it goes to 2, which means I didn't need to block it. I would have taken 2 wounds. But that's fine. I then play that to block 2. And I've got literally just enough. Attack 4, rush of adrenaline sideways for 5, killed the thugs. Okay, so the thugs are dead. I gain 2 fame and 1 reputation. So my 1 reputation goes up, my 2 fame goes up, which means I'm level 3. Ding! And what happens at level 3 is you don't get a new skill or a card. You just flip this token over. I can now have 1 more unit. And the thugs are dead. Now, what else do I get for that? Nothing. I mean, that keep is mine. That means my hand size is higher as long as I'm within the vicinity of it. And it also means that I can recruit things, but I don't have any cards in hand. So I think that is pretty much it for me for the round. I tell you what, I said at the start of this video, I haven't forgotten how good this game is. I'm gonna go back on that. I had forgotten how good this game is. It's just so good. If you're not a fan of Mage Knight, you might be watching this video just for entertainment value, but hopefully you can appreciate that people who like this kind of game, this is the perfect game for people who like this. It's a dungeon crawler style game, but with a Euro card play and deterministic combat, and it's very much a puzzle as to how you're going to do it. But it's not a puzzle like, oh, here's a puzzle, try and solve it. There's only one solution. It's like, look, you've got so many different options and so many different ways to do it. And the variability produces these really interesting situations, which is what's just happened. Right, keep. When revealed, did that. Unconquered keep. Can be assaulted. Defending enemies are fortified. If you get it, you now own the keep. Yeah, okay, that's it. So, +1 hand size is useful if we're entering the dungeon. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I'm going to get that at the start of next round. That is it. That is my go complete. So I roll this. I put it back. Mana token goes back. All of these cards go to my discard pile. My opponent gets a turn. 1, 2, 3. It's white, which is another 2 cards. Oh, there you go. So it's good that I had all of that extra card draw because my opponent's deck is empty. So what happens is if you start your turn with no cards in hand and no cards in your deck, you must declare end of round. So I declare end of round, which means my opponent gets 1 more turn, but my opponent was going to declare end of round anyway. So that's it. That is the end of the first round of the game. We now go to night time. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to take a very short 2-minute break. I am going to mute the microphone. I'm going to step away from the keyboard and I'm going to go over there and I'm going to have some soup and bread just to keep me going. So yes, I will be back in 2 minutes. If you're watching this video back afterwards, just skip forward a little bit till I come back. And if you are watching me live, feel free to go and make a cup of tea. I will be back very soon. Right, back. I've not had all of my soup. I've had some of it. We'll have the rest later on. So, you lose a reputation whenever you attack a keep. Yes, I did that. Yep, I did that. I lost the reputation when I assaulted it, but then when I defeated the thugs, I got the reputation back. Right, so we are... Next round. There are things that happen at the end of the round. I'd forgotten that. So, we remove the bottom card from the advanced action offer, and I believe we add it to the dummy player's deck. Those then slide down. That then comes out. We also remove the spell, but we don't add it to the dummy player's card. What we do is we take the colour of the spell, which is red, and we give the dummy player a red crystal. That goes to the bottom of the deck. Those slide down. That comes out. That advanced action goes. We have one monastery in the game, so we get another advanced action. Again, tell me if I'm doing any of this wrong. I believe we wipe all of the units from the offer, and we get new ones. We have the peasants. We have more peasants. Peasants are revolting. We have the shock troops, and we have the illusionists. Okay, Brian is saying I don't get the reputation back, only for defeating orc enemies. But Brian, it was the thugs. And the thugs say, when you defeat them, you gain +1 reputation. It's specifically the thugs. Oh, Mind Read, Mind Steal is competitive only, shouldn't be in the spell deck. Okay, thank you. I missed that. Yes. If you spot any others that come out, let me know. I obviously didn't remove them. Which numbers is it? Yeah, maybe I can remove them quickly. They should have put an icon on. Mana Curse? I think Mana Curse is one of them. Yeah, it would have been nice if there was an icon on it. Maybe Energy Steal? Yeah. And Underground Attack. Is it Underground Attack? No. Mana Radiance. I think that's the ones. 109, 110, 111, 112. Right, okay. I think I found them. Yeah, thank you very much, Bojam. There you go. That's those cards gone. Right, so we've done the offer. We've done the advanced action offer. We're going to flip over to night time. We're going to roll the dice. Okay, so green. Oh, brilliant. We got 2 sunshines, so they're depleted. We got 2 green. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. My unit's ready. I shuffle my deck. I draw my hand size, which my hand size is 5, but I am in or adjacent to a keep that I control, so I get an extra card. Okay, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 1 for the keep. We have got March, Rage, March, Concentration, Swift Reflexes, and Stamina. We got lots of movement. Lots and lots of movement. And, right, Norris's deck. And then it's time for some tactics. Okay, so we have a choice of number 1, which goes first but does nothing. Long Night, once per night. If your deed deck is empty, shuffle your discard pile, have a bit of an extra go. Mana Search, reroll up to 2 mana dice from the source. You must pick the gold dice first if there are any, so that's quite good. Midnight Meditation, shuffle up to 5 cards from your hand back into your deck and draw again. Preparation, which is awesome. It's basically go through your deck, take any card you want, put it in your hand. Or Sparing Power. Now, Sparing Power is a very powerful card, possibly the most powerful tactic in the game. You basically put cards from your deck underneath it every turn, at the start of each of your turns, and then at some point you take all of the cards back. So, based on where I am, based on what I want to be doing next, which is probably going down the dungeon. Maybe, because that with that is ranged attack 5. And down the dungeon, they're not likely to be fortified. Monsters in a dungeon are generally not fortified. The earth elementals are. The air elementals have got elusive. Well, they're really nasty. Werewolf would be dead. Cryptworm is fortified. Medusa would be dead. Gargoyle is resistant to physical. And the Minotaur would be dead. So I've probably got like a 30% chance. Oh, there's also the Shadows. They're nasty. Manticore's nasty. Hydras. Yeah, okay, maybe not. I need a bit more ranged attack. Oh, I've got my skill as well. I've got that back. Right. So okay. We could use preparation to go and get the rush of adrenaline. That would be fun. Go down the dungeon, get beaten up, draw loads of cards. We absolutely could do that. Oh, we could recruit. Now that we're here, we could recruit the shock troops. Yeah, the shock troops can be recruited. I'm going to need 5 more influence because they require 6. Do I not get a +1? No, that's cities that you get +1, isn't it? Yeah. They've got ranged attack 1. Oh, yeah, the shock troops could be good. Maybe we stay here and maybe we recruit, which means I'm going to need an influence card. So maybe we use preparation to go and get threaten. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take preparation. I'm going to use it to go and get a basic card. Okay, there you go. Shock Troop, best unit in the game. Okay. Oh, the best silver unit in the game. Yeah. Morning, Stephen. 6 a.m. in LA. Well, I hope you're doing okay. Thank you for joining me. So that's me done. I've taken that one. My opponent is very likely to be going first. Yeah. Okay. So Noroas is going first. Noroas takes the first turn. 1, 2, 3, and it's white. It's 2 more cards. Okay. It's going to be short. Me. I'm going to stay in the keep. And I'm going to threaten them. Now, I need to get influence 5 or just use it as 2 and turn some of the ones sideways. Yeah, we can't do that. So, it's a shame we can't get the illusionist. That would be cool. So, it's also a shame that I can't do that and then... Oh, I can explore. I can explore. So... Yeah, let's use this for 2 movement. Okay, so that's my hand. That's my played card. 2 movement to explore. Okay, does that change anything? Oh, maybe. Now, okay. So we have another keep over here on the other side of the mountains. We have a mage tower, but because it's night time, we don't get to see what it is. And there's another dungeon over here. Now, that mage tower is in the wasteland, which costs 5 movement points to move on to, I believe. 4. 4 movement points to move on to the wasteland. Oh, suddenly we have other options. I've got to stay in and recruit this. Yeah, so we're going to recruit the shock troops. I need to do that, so I need 5 influence plus my 1 for my reputation is going to be 6, which is enough to recruit the shock troops. I can get that with threaten, the powered effect of threaten, but in order to do that I need red. I don't have red. I'm not using a mana from the source. I hate not doing that. So I could use concentration. Oh, hang on. I've just remembered a rule. Faction tokens. Faction tokens, if you don't want to use them for their ability, they can be discarded when interacting for 3 influence. I'm the one that put that rule in there, I think. I'm sure that was one of my rules. So I could just play normal threaten for 2, faction token for 5, plus the reputation for 6. I don't need to power it up. Yeah, that was one of my rules. Excellent, let's do it. So we'll discard the faction token. We'll give them this magic item. Plus, we're threatening them a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. And we're going to recruit the shock troops. Right, done. Now, I haven't used the mana from the source, but I don't think I'm going to. No, I don't think I am. Okay, that's it. That's my first turn done. But we have the shock troops and we have the Utum guardsmen. This is going to be awesome for either the dungeon or the mage tower. Norolas's turn. Green, green, blue. Doesn't have any blue crystals, so we're done. Oh, and I would have drawn up an extra 1 card because my hand size is 6. Oh, and now we got crystallized. Okay. Right, my next turn. What are we going to do? Dungeon? Dungeon or mage tower? Those are the big decisions. If we go down the mage tower, it's kind of taking us that way, and this is the coast. We'd then have to loop back round to go here, because you can't have the core tiles on a coast. I probably don't want to go round here. This is a bit of a pain, because I'd have to get back or have some way of crossing the mountains. He says, with a card that helped me cross the mountains. What would you do? Dungeon or mage tower? Mage tower is going to allow me to then learn the spells. Shock troops are quite good. And there's green mana in the source, so whatever we find, we can definitely concentrate to probably kill it. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to go Mage Tower. What level cities? We're going to be playing the normal ones, which are... Well, I think it's 3. I think we're going to be playing level 3 cities today. I think it's normally 4, but for Blitz, I think you drop it down by 1. Oh, I've got motivation as well. If I need the motivation, do we need the motivation? I mean, that's going to give me more choices. Okay, yeah. Well reminded. I'll use the motivation to draw 2 cards and gain a fame. So we've drawn mana draw and improvisation. Okay, so it's still not helped me make a decision about which way we're going to go, but I am tempted to go for the Mage Tower. So I need to generate 4 points of movement, which I can do just with stamina and march. But I don't know whether I want to save these for when I'm going to need to move out. And I'm not using a mana from the source at the moment, but I probably will for concentration. So... Oh, so many options. I think I'm just going to use these. And regret it later. Yeah, I'm just going to use these for 4 movement. And we are going to assault the Mage Tower. So I lose a reputation. I mean, these villagers... So I started out, people quite liked me. Then I raided the village. People didn't like me. Then I killed some bad guys. They did like me. Then I assaulted a keep. They didn't like me. Turns out the keep was full of thugs. They did like me. It's like the flip-flopping of the Mage Knight's reputation. So 4 movement. We've moved on there. We've lost the reputation. We're now going to reveal what it is. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what it is. fire mages. Okay, so they're fortified because they're in a mage tower. They have 5 armor, but they are resistant to fire, which is fine because I'm not attacking them with fire, so that's no effect. They're hitting me with 6 fire. That means I would need 6 ice block to protect myself, or 12 normal block, but they are worth 5 fate. Okay, so how are we going to deal with these guys? Well, I'm going to say I'm not going to block them because I've got 4 physical block, but I need 12 because they're attacking me with fire. I don't think I can get 4, 6. No, so I'm not going to block them. Thankfully, although I needed 12 block, it's only 6 damage. Which if I take it, my armor is 3, that's 2 wounds. I could wound one of these 2, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the 2 wounds. So I didn't block it. Yeah, exactly. Only 2 wounds. It's just a scratch. Then I need to hit it, and I just need to do 5. This is actually one of the relatively less painful ones. I just need to do 5 attack. So I concentrate really hard on hitting it, which is attack 6. And that's it. Yeah, that's probably the best way of me doing it. Because I want to use a mana token from the supply. Yeah. Other ways? No, I think that's probably good. That's probably the best way of doing it, and I'll just keep these cards for another time. Okay, that's it. It's dead, and it's 5 fame. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ding! It is. Right. Okay, so that mage tower is mine. I have leveled up. So we do that at end of turn. That's an end of turn thing. You could have used shock troops and sharp reflex to reduce their attack and then blocked it. Okay. Yeah, I could have reduced the enemy attack by 1. That would have reduced it down to 5. Or reduced it. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, lots of options. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with taking a couple of wounds. That's fine. Because we're going to get them healed at some point. So yes, we do the rewards, which is a spell. I get a spell from the offer, I believe. When conquered. Yeah, gain a spell as your reward. So, spells time. Well, we have Flame Wall, we have Whirlwind, and we have Tremor. Now, I have to say, the advanced ability of Earthquake, the advanced ability of this card is Earthquake, which is amazing when you're taking on a city. So I'm thinking that's what we do. I think we take Earthquake because that'll be really good for when we try and take on a city at the end of round 4. Yeah, let's just take that. Let's take that one. That goes on top of the deck. And that is it. That is the end of my turn. Roll this. Purdy back. It is white. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand, and my hand size is 6. Oh, I should have done the level up. Should have done the level up. So I do the level up. I get a skill. So I can either... look at this. I can either gain a white crystal and heal 1, which is... which is this one. Yeah, Refreshing Breeze. Once per round except during combat, flip it to get heal 1 and a white crystal to your inventory. Or this one, which is Dueling. Once a turn, during the block phase, get block 1 and then attack 1 versus the same enemy in the attack phase. If you do not use any unit ability to block, you gain a fame. Basically, if I fight them myself. So both of these are nice. Based on the current situation, I'm going to have this one. And I can't use it because we're currently in my end of turn step. So that's it. And then I get an advanced action as well for leveling up. Oh, what we're going to take. Are you supposed to draw a single skill from the dummy player Norowas for the common skill offer? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I may have forgotten that. Because you can always take skills from other players. So when it is skills, yeah, in a solo game, you use the set of skills belonging to the dummy player. Whenever you decide... every time your hero gains a skill token, also reveal a skill token from the dummy player and put it into the common offer. Okay, thank you very much for that. Let's get Norowas's skills. Just in case I would want to take one of them. I'm not going to this time, but it's good to know for the future. Okay, right. So we're going to have that one the first time I leveled up. And we're going to have that one. Nope, can't be that one, that one. Okay, if I choose to take one of those, I must take the bottom card from the offer. Right, anyway, which one of these do I want? Do we want regeneration? Or do we want the mountain law? That's quite good. And it's green. And there's green there. Oh! I think we might be going dungeoning. Yeah, dungeoning is the thing I'm going to be doing. So I'm actually going to take regeneration, which goes on top of my deck. I don't draw it because I'm already at my hand limit. Okay, so that was my end of turn level up. I am now level 4. Yeah, that. I refer back to what I said about when I started playing this game. I played a full conquest game with Norowas as the first character I ever played in a full game. I got that skill, and I had like the best units ever. It was awesome. Have I just dealt that? Yes, I think I've just dealt that. 1, 2, 3. So make sure I've done it right. It was red, white, white, which was then an extra 2. Then it was green, green, blue, and then it's blue, white, red. Okay, blue, white, red. Last card was red. Okay, an extra 1. Okay, so Norowas has 5 cards left in his deck. I've got quite a few, so this round is going quick. I need to get a move on. So the first thing I'm going to do is flip over this to gain a white crystal to my inventory. Mustn't forget that I've got that blue crystal, which I did forget, to heal 1. So that goes. Right, then what we're going to do. Are we... I think I'm going to move 4, and I think I'm going to go onto this dungeon here. I don't know whether I'm going to go down the dungeon this turn. I think I will. You can use your troops in a dungeon, can't you? Or not? No, you can't. It's counted as night time, and you can't use your units. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, forgot about that. Okay. So. Really good. What are we going to do? I'm going to do it. I'm going to use that with the white to move 4. Excuse me. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not going to enter the dungeon. Yeah, monastery to get an artifact. I'm considering doing that as well. Oh, Semper's in the chat. It's your birthday as well. Happy birthday. Are you playing Mage Knight? And if not, why not? You should absolutely be playing Mage Knight on your birthday. In fact, you should be playing Mage Knight every day of the year. But If only I could. If only I could, said Sydney Youngblood. Right, are we doing anything else? I don't think I am. I mean, I could use my blue crystal to crystallize it into a different crystal, but no. Oh, but the problem is by playing slow, I'm going to run out of time. But these are not the right cards to go down the dungeon with. I can get an attack 5, and that's it. So I know my next two cards. My next two cards are Regeneration and Earthquake. Okay, I'm going to stop there. David's in the chat. Hi, David. I think we have spoken before because you're from my neck of the woods. Whereabouts in the Fylde Coast? So, yeah, for those people who don't know, I was born in Blackpool and I grew up in the Fylde Coast area of the UK. And that's where David is from. 27 years I was there. Right. End of my turn. My hand size is 4. Oh, I can voluntarily discard cards if I want to. Ah, now, I think I might, because time is running out for this round, and this is not actually helping me at the moment. So I'm actually going to voluntarily discard a card, which you don't normally often do, but I'm going to do it. And my hand size is 6 because of the keep. So I draw 3, which is Regeneration, Tremor Earthquake, and Swiftness. Okay. Oh, St. Anne's. I used to work in St. Anne's. Well, yeah, Lytham. Lytham St. Arms. Right. Now it's Norowas. So time is ticking on. Time is very much ticking on. 1, 2, 3. It's red. It's one more. Okay, there's still a card left in the deck. Right. So we've only got like a couple of turns left. Do we go for the monastery? Because if... Oh, I can't use my units anyway. Oh, they don't want to join me down the dungeon because it's too small. And they don't want to join me in defeating the monastery because they don't like that sort of thing. Oh. So I've got these units and I'm not using them. That's an absolute pain. That is a pain. Okay, we're going to have to do something this turn. I think... I'm going to go down the dungeon. So I'm not going to move. Oh, 3 turns remaining, including this one. Okay, so I have this turn. And then my opponent's turn empties the deck. I then get a turn. My opponent then declares end of round, and I get another turn. Okay, so I've got 3 turns. That's fine. I'm going to go down the dungeon. So I'm not moving. We go down the dungeon. We draw a random brown monster. Night rules apply, and units cannot be used. Okay, so we fought. We have found down the dungeon. It's from the expansion. It's Earth Elementals. Yep, Earth Elementals. So they are fortified, unfortunately, because they've built a stone wall. So I can't use my bow and arrow against them. They've got an attack of 4, but they're brutal. So they're going to deal double damage. But they are cumbersome. Now, cumbersome, I believe, means that I can generate movement points to reduce their attack. So in the block phase, you can spend movement points. For each move point spent, decrease 1 attack of a cumbersome enemy by 1. The attack is reduced for both the block phase and for the assigned damage phase, if not blocked. And if an attack is reduced to 0, it's considered successfully blocked. You cannot use surplus move points from the move phase. You have to play move, which is a rules change that they made for the first expansion. So if I can generate 4 move points, because they're cumbersome, they're big and bulky, I can just run around the back of them. That's one option. Or I just play block 4. Just play block 4. Yeah, as if it's that easy. Okay, what have we got in the source? We have green, so I could cast Tremor. Target enemy gets -3 armor. Armor cannot be reduced below 1. If I had black mana, I could also do Earthquake, which would reduce their armor by 6. Yeah, so I can do Tremor. That reduces their armor down to 2, but they are physically resistant, which means I'd need 4 points of physical attack. I can do that. That's okay. I can do that. If I don't block them, it's going to be 8 damage, which is 3 wounds. So I'm going to have to use movement points. I've only got 4 cards. Ouch. Okay. Might be in trouble here. I think I can do it. I think I can. Let's just try and work out. So this is a puzzle that I need to work out. If I'm going to cast Tremor, let's just work backwards. I cast Tremor. That reduces the armor down to 3, but it's physically resistant, which means I need 4 points of attack. I can play Swiftness using my white crystal for 3, and then a card sideways for 4. So that's the attack. 4 halved to 2, which is enough because its armor is reduced by 3. Oh, mana draw for the black. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah. White crystal to power up a mana draw. Take a mana die from the source and set it to any colour except gold. So I can set it to black. Gain 2 mana tokens of that colour. And then I can cast the improved version of Earthquake, which reduces the armor down by 6 to a minimum of 1. And then I don't need the white crystal for that. But that's the same net result. I've still used the white crystal, but it means I've used an extra card. So it is another way of doing it, but I don't think I need to do it. I think I can save that card, just cast Tremor and ranged attack. Oh, but I need another card. Oh, it is. So if I use that card, it's exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same, but your way of doing it is cooler. So we'll do it the cool way, which is I cast mana draw, I take a mana die from the source, set it to any colour. Do not re-roll it when I put it back. Take 2 mana tokens of that colour. Then I take that one and cast Earthquake, reducing its armour down to 1. And then... Oh no, I can't, because I need to power that. No, sorry, I am going to have to do it my way. Yeah, because that's not attack 2. That's only ranged attack 3. Yeah, I don't have another attack card. Okay, back to plan A. Cast Tremor. Armored reduced to 2. Swiftness. Card sideways. Right. Can't use gold mana at night. Yeah, gold mana is not usable during the night. Yeah, for 2 reasons. It's nighttime, but also I'm down a dungeon. And when you're down a dungeon, it's always considered nighttime. So that's the attack on it done. But now, am I going to try and block it? Well, I could generate 3 movement points by using improvisation and discarding regeneration for 3 move, reducing its attack to 1, which is then doubled because of brutal, and it deals me a wound. Or, alternatively, I just use improvisation for 1 movement. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Improvisation for 1 movement, reducing its attack to 3. It then hits me, it deals me 2 wounds, but then I play heal 1. to heal one of those wounds. Or save it for next time. Yeah, no, that's what I'll probably do. Yeah, so either way, it's done. So, just to clarify, I cast Tremor. Well, I don't need to cast Tremor. It's coming in with an attack of 4. I play a card sideways for 1 movement to reduce its attack to 3. It then hits me. I take 2 wounds. 1, 2. I then use my white crystal to do raised attack 3. Oh, sorry. I cast Tremor to reduce its armor down to 2. I then use my ranged attack, but as a melee attack. Plus a card sideways is 4. Halved. That's it dead. And then at the end of combat, I play regeneration to heal a wound. Right, I think I've done it. Oh, deaded. So, a few things happen. I gain 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gain a faction token because it's an earth elemental. And I've gained this one. And this one says... Cloak of Shielding. Once, when your hero is about to be wounded, you may ignore 1 wound and any additional effects from it. Okay, I've got a magic cloak. Awesome. That goes there. Right. Then, I also get the rewards for the dungeon. So when I go down a dungeon... yeah, roll a dice. Roll a mana die to determine your reward. So we'll roll this one because this one's going back anyway. Green. So gain an artifact. Okay, excellent. And I think artifacts is draw 2, choose 1. That rings a bell. So we have the Endless Gem Pouch, which again I got in my very first game of it and was awesome. Or the Amulet of the Sun. I mean, let me know which one you would pick. I think I'm going to go with the Endless Gem Pouch. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Endless Gem Pouch. So, that goes on top of my deck. Right. That's the end of my turn. I didn't level up. That die gets rolled and put back. It's white. These cards go. I am drawing up to my hand size. My hand size is 6 because I'm next to my keep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anybody else exhausted? I am. What are these 2 cards? Oh, no, I've got these 2 cards in hand. I don't draw those cards. No, I should have one of them. I should have that one. Yeah, I've got 2 wounds in hand, Paul. Stop cheating. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay, so there's my 6 cards. Noroas turns that over, and then that's that done. Now it's my go, and then I will have one more go after this. Oh, that dungeon has been conquered. So you can actually go down the dungeon again. You fight a random brown monster and you get the fame from it, but you don't get the rewards because I've already looted it. Yes. Technically draw 1 more artifact than you're gaining, but you rarely gain more than 1. Okay, so if you were to ever gain 2 artifacts, you draw 3 and choose 2. So we have the Endless Gem Pouch, which I'm just going to use it. So roll a mana die 2 times. In fact, I can use a spare one, can't I? Gain a crystal to your inventory for each colour rolled this way. If you roll gold, choose. If you roll black, gain a fame. So gold, choose a colour, and white. So I'll gain a white. And for the gold, let's have a red. Okay, nice. Like that. Endless Gem Pouch. So, we got 2 wounds. We could go to the monastery. And if I had influence, which I do, I could get these healed. Oh, that'd be an awesome start. And then I'll burn it down next turn. Thank you very much for the healing. Now die. Monastery. I think it's 2. I think it's 3 for each healing in a village. And I think it's 2 for each healing in a monastery. It's amazing how many of these rules are actually coming back to me. Assuming I've got the rules right. Yeah, 2. Okay, so maybe that's what we do. I use tirelessness with the blue crystal to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every other card, including cards played sideways, generate an extra 1. So I'm going to play my Rush of Adrenaline again. This has been funny. This is a really powerful card, and all I'm using it for is I'm turning it sideways. That generates 2 because of my tirelessness, which means we have found this. Aha! Right. We found another monastery. So we have another advanced action. We have found another rampaging enemy, and it is this time... it's ghouls. They've got vampirism. Can't remember what that does. I think it's the ghouls. We've got a blue crystal mine. There is one more countryside tile left. Okay, and then I'm going to make a promise to the people in the monastery that I'm going to kill them all, and they heal me. So I generate 4 influence, which is 2 lots of healing. There you go. Can also heal on the magical glade. Not at night. Oh, no, you can. Yeah, it's a different type of healing, though, isn't it? It's not actually healing. It's you can with the magical glade, you can remove wounds from your discard pile as well, I think. That's it. I got no cards in hand. That is the end of my turn. That goes back. That was spent. These go to my discard pile. I draw the rest of my deck, which is Determination, Tranquility, and Rage. Norowas has declared end of round, which means I get 1 more turn. And so I could just attack these. Rather than burning the monastery down, I could just attack these. Because then I can use this stuff. Yeah, so I just need to read what vampirism does. Oh, it's not even in there. It's in the new rules. It's in the Shades of Tesla rules. Where did we put those? Scenario book. Shades of Tesla. Here we go. Vampiric. Vampiric enemies drain life force. An enemy with the vampiric ability has its armor value increased by 1 for the rest of combat, for each unit that its attacks wound, and for each wound that its attacks cause to be added to the player's hand. Okay, so its armor goes up for every wound that it causes. Yeah, that's thematic. It's not going to cause any wounds because I think we're just going to hit it. I think we're just going to use the Utum Guardsman to block. So it's coming in with 4. If we do this, and I think this is probably what we want to do. Yeah, this is the best thing to do. So we're going to do it. We're going to attack these. I'm going to use the Utum Guardsman to block 4. That's it. And then I need to kill it, which is actually quite easy to do because I can use the shock troops. Reduce armor and 1 attack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can, yeah. It's quite easy. Ranged attack 1. Attack 2, attack 2. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah, it's fine. Have I got any spare? Yeah, fine. I don't need to use any mana, so we're all good. It's dead. I get 2 fame. And I get a... Oh, and a reputation, because they're bad guys. And I get a faction token from these guys. Right, what is this one? Amulet of Reawakening. Pick a card at random from your discard pile and put it on the bottom of your deed deck. Your hand limit is 1 higher the next time you draw cards. Okay, cool. So, I think we're done. I think that is the end of round 2. How are we doing for time? It's 10 to 3. Yeah, we're doing good. We'll be done well before 5, he says. We can play another game. Not quite. Okay, end of round. The Mountain Law goes into the deck. That card is red. Gets a red. That goes to the bottom. These two go to the bottom. We still have 2 intact monasteries. So we get 1, 2. Those come down. Those go there. Those come down. That comes out. We're back to daytime. Summers come out. With a bit of clouds. The unit offer refreshes. Foresters, peasants, scouts, and the Utum crossbowmen. My units refresh. My deck shuffles. And that's it. And that's the end of round maintenance done. Okay, so I've got 2 rounds left, and I need to find and defeat 2 cities. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Thoroughly enjoying the game, and it's a huge amount of fun, but I don't think we're going to actually accomplish the goal of the scenario, which is to find and defeat both cities. Blitz Conquest is a lot tighter. You need to play it a lot quicker than I have been doing. But anyway, let's go to daytime Tic Tacs. Which are these? So which one do we want? Which one of these do we want? Oh, roll the source. I did roll the source. I need to re-roll the 3 mana dice showing non-basics. Oh, yes, the rule. Ah, yes. There's got to be at least half of the dice showing basics. I forgot that rule. There's a rule that I forgot. So is that good? 2 black and a blue? Is that good, or do we need to re-roll again? Yeah, planning is quite good, isn't it? Okay, I do have to re-roll. Okay, that's fine. Well, you said yes, unfortunately. Does that mean I don't re-roll? So if I don't re-roll, it's 2 black. If I do re-roll, it's a red and a white. Yeah, don't re-roll. Okay, so there's got to be at least half of them have to be basic. Okay. Oh, I do get to draw my cards first. And we're looking at a hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. March, rage, improvisation, stamina, threaten. Well, we have threaten. So we could, before we kill all of the people living in the monastery, we could threaten them to teach me one of these things. That seems like a good move. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I think I am going to take planning. Yeah, planning is good. So that stays in play. Noroas. Goes first. Noroas' turn. 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. It's red. 2 more cards. Uh-oh. It's going to be another quick round. Okay, so my go. First thing I'm going to do, we're going to threaten them. Now, I'm probably going to have to spend my red crystal to do this, which means I'm not using a die from the source. Oh, so maybe we don't threaten them. Maybe we move here and threaten them. Yeah, let's use a die from the source. Let's use the green to go move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could spend more movement points to explore. Let's do it. Let's spend another 2 to explore. So this is interesting now because this can be a countryside tile, but this cannot be a core tile. So if I explore here now, I can't then explore there as a core tile. So I believe I can put this here because it's adjacent to a tile which is adjacent to 2 tiles. Okay, just going to shuffle our things along a little bit. Move the artifacts. I'll put the artifacts here. Okay, so we've found another village. We have a rampaging monster. It's some orcs, wolf rider things. We have another mage tower. So if we go next to it, we'll reveal it. Okay, and then I'm in the monastery, so I'm going to threaten using my red mana crystal for influence 5, plus my 1 reputation is 6, which is enough to buy the crushing bolt. But then because I threatened them, my reputation goes down by 1. It's going to go down by 3 probably next turn anyway. And that is it. That is the end of my turn. I re-roll that. I discard that. White goes back. At the end of my turn, if I have at least 2 cards in my hand before I draw, treating my hand limit as if it's 1 higher. So my hand size is 5 at the moment, plus an extra card. Okay, cool. And we've just gained the Crushing Bolt, Tranquility, Determination, and Swiftness. Noroas. 1, 2, 3. It's white. Oh, no. 1, 2. Noroas is halfway through his deck already. Right. My go. Are we going to try and burn down this monastery? What have we got? We've not got great cards. I don't have the green mana to do the siege attack 3. We don't have the mana draw. My units won't help me. I don't know if this is the right time to burn down the monastery. I really don't. I'm tempted to because the artifacts are very powerful. But I'm not sure this is the right time. Because they're not fortified, are they? No, if you attack them, you lose 3 reputation. They're not fortified. Yeah, I can explore. I can explore a core tile here, and it might be a city. That would be my swiftness, which means I'm losing the ranged attack. But losing the ranged attack is okay, because if I'm going to be attacking a city, ranged attack is no good. So we're going to play swiftness for move 2. We're going to explore our first core tile. There's 2 cities, there's 2 non-cities. What have we got? It's not a city. Okay, so it goes here. Right, this is a tile from the first expansion. We have a wall around here. So that's 1 extra movement to cross, and it prevents provoking enemies. Not provoking them. Yeah, provoking them. We do have an enemy here, which is... Ooh, Skellybobs. Yep, looks like some undead skeleton creatures. We also have a Draconum here. Oh, it's the big death dragon thing. And we have this tent. Now, I can't remember what that is. It's a refugee camp. Oh, hang on a minute. Is that Volkair's tile? Yeah, that's Volkair's camp. Okay, it shouldn't be that one. I was going to say, that doesn't look like the refugee camp. So that's going. Let's get another random core tile from the box. Where have I put them? Put them somewhere. They are in this room somewhere. There. Okay, right. So one of these, but it has to not be a city tile. Not a city tile. Right. So it might still be these. Well, it's one of them. So we have the Skellybobs. And we also have some more skeletons. We have loads of rampaging skeletons all next to each other. We have a keep, which is currently face up because it's daytime and I am next to it. So in the keep is whoever they are. I can't remember. Oh, it's the shock troops. Yeah, it looks like some shock troops in the keep. Oh, we have a fancy crystal mine and we have a labyrinth. Oh, right. Okay. Did I shuffle Volkairs in with the cities? Yeah, I still have 2 city tiles in play. Definitely. There are 2 cities definitely in there. Okay, so that was my first thing, is I've done that. Now, does that change what I was going to do? Probably. Yeah, that probably changes what I was going to do. So we could now beat these up. Or we could go in here. We could assault this keep. Because they're worth 3 fame. And then not fortified. Oh, if only I had a range attack. Oh, stupid game. So I could use the shock troops to reduce the armor and the attack. Then I could use the Utum guardsman to block it. And then because I blocked it, it's only 2 armor. And then I just flick it and it's dead. I think that makes sense. And it is a forest and it is daytime. So it's only 3 movement points to get in. One of the most controversial rules of the game, and a rule that I absolutely love, that forests are 3 movement points during the day and 5 movement points at night. Love, love, love that rule. So many people hate it. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I need to generate 3 movement points. Right. And therein lies the problem. So, did I refresh these? I didn't refresh these. Nobody's mentioned that, have they? If you move, won't it provoke the rampaging in it? Oh, yeah, actually, you're absolutely right. If I move into there, that provokes that, which means I'm fighting both of them. Is that okay? Because if I can defeat both of them, I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to do this. I'm totally going to do it. Right. Okay. Yeah, the desert rule as well, the other way around. So, yes, I forgot to do this. So I'm going to use my motivation to gain a fame and draw 2 cards. Right. Crystallize. Promise. Okay. Does that now change what I was going to do? Because that promise is 4 influence. Potentially throw in one of these faction tokens to learn this. No. I mean, if I was just about leveling up my character, yes, that would be great. But I'm on a time limit here. So I'm now going to generate 3 movement points. And thinking ahead to once I've defeated the keep, I am going to be able to recruit the Utum crossbowman, because I'm going to go up to level 5, which is going to get me another slot. Okay, so I'm going to save that, basically, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to play improvisation, discarding hang on. I could play Tranquility to draw a card. I don't need the healing. Okay, I'm going to play Tranquility. So play Tranquility to draw a card. Well, that changes absolutely everything. Yeah, that changes everything. It's a bit like love. So I think we're still going to do it. This is awesome. Right, I'm going to play improvisation. I am discarding crystallize, he says, to get myself move 3. So I've got move 3. I move onto the forest space, which is an assault, so I lose a reputation. And because I've moved from a space adjacent to a rampaging enemy to another space adjacent to the same rampaging enemy, that rampaging enemy is provoked, and I'm now fighting both of these at once. So, and I've got so many options now. So many options. Okay. Yes. Right. So I'm going to use the shock troops to reduce the armor and one attack of a chosen enemy by 1. So the shock troops fight the shock troops. Their armor goes down from 3 to 2, and their attack goes down from 5 to 4. They're not fortified, so if I had 2 ranged attack, I could kill them. But I do. I've got this and that, which would kill them. No, because they're elusive, and I haven't blocked them yet. So their attack would be down, so their armor would be down to 2, but because they're elusive, that would be 4. I don't have 4. Okay, so back to the original plan. I use the Utum Guardsmen to block them. Their attack is 4, block 4, they've been blocked. This one, what am I going to do with that one? I don't think I'm going to block that one. So the skeletons come in and they hit me and I take a wound. Right. Then my attack back. The shock troops were blocked, so they are only 2 armor. So I can just hit them with Rage, dead. And these guys, I hit them with ranged attack 3. It's a shame because I could have used that and that to actually kill them, but that's fine. There's multiple ways I could have done this. Use the crystal, the white crystal, for ranged attack 3. In fact, don't need to use the white crystal. Use the white mana. Ranged attack 3 and that for another 2. Yep, and they're both dead. And then I will use the crushing bolt to gain a green crystal. I think that's right. Oh, I could use the faction token for the wound. I could do. I could. Yeah, or flip his breeze. That's what I was going to do. I was going to heal up. Yeah. So I think we're done. I think that is it. Now, there's big stuff going on here. So, first of all, I've defeated a rampaging enemy. So I get a reputation back. I then get 4 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, level up happens at the end of your turn, but I'll do it now. I also get a faction token from these guys, which is discard to get 2 movement and don't do provoking. Yeah, 2 move to, your movement does not provoke. It's a staff of concealment. Okay, cool. Right, so we got that as well. Anything else from these 2? No, I think they are done. That keep is now mine, which means my hand size is actually +2. Because this keep is going to give me +1 and that keep's going to give me +1. That's freaking awesome. That goes back as green. These go to my discard pile. And at the end of your turn, if you have at least 2 cards in hand, which I do, even though one of them's a wound, that's fine. My hand limit is 1 higher. So my hand limit is 6. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My hand limit is 1 higher because of planning and 2 higher because of my 2 keeps. I think I've done that right. That is a stupidly big hand size. All right, and then on my next turn, I can use the refreshing breeze to heal the wound and draw a thing. Right. Noravas's turn. 1, 2, 3. It's blue. Doesn't draw any extra. Right. Okay. Just need a glass of water. I've got a story to tell you. I'm going to wait till the end of this video and then I'm going to tell you it. I just need to try and remember the story by the end of this video, but I don't want to get too distracted now. So, it's my turn. I still don't think I'm going to win. I still don't think I'm going to be able to find both cities and defeat both cities. But this is my best chance. because I've got a stupid amount of cards. So we're going to play the Endless Gem Pouch. We're basically going to get 2 lots of crystals. It's a white and a green. Okay, crystals are always good. I've already got white and green. That's that done. That's that played. So, movement. Unfortunately, we are right on the edge of a swamp. And swamp is 5 movement points. But there's cities here. The cities are here. We know that. Let's just move that plate out of the way. That was my lunch. I realised that was on camera. So unprofessional. We've got the promise. We were going to recruit the Utum crossbowmen. Do we still do that? I think we do. I think we've got time. I think we can slow play. Yeah, I think we can slow play. So I'm going to use my Refreshing Breeze to gain another white crystal. So I can't have any more than 3 white crystals and heal 1. And then I am going to use one of those white crystals to power up a promise, giving me 4 influence, no reputation. So I've only got 4. I need another 2. Oh, no, I'm not going to use that. I'm actually going to use that. I'm going to concentrate to make that influence 6 and recruit the Utum crossbowman. Now, what's my hand size? My hand size is 8, and I've got 5. That's the rest of my cards. Yeah, so I think we're going to stop there. Yep, we're going to stop there. So this all goes back. It's gold. Oh, nice. The sun's come out. Endless Gem Pouch goes. Oh, my hand size is actually 9 because of this. So, and I've got +2 movement for that. If I want, I'm just going to, yeah, I'm not going to use the ability of the planning. Okay. Mana draw and tremor. We're tooled up, but this is round 3. So, 1, 2, 3. It's green. 1 more. Okay, so we've got this turn. And then another turn. We've got 3 more turns. 3 more turns, but I have no cards in my deck. But we do have all of this stuff. Why did it have to be a swamp? Swamps are like the worst terrain ever. 5 movement. Okay, thankfully we have Tirelessness. Tirelessness is 4 movement, and every other card is an extra 1. So... Oh... Hello? So that's another 3. So that's 7. That gets me there and an explore. But if I was to spend this green mana crystal, I mean, you can't take them with you when you're gone. No, I need them for the earthquakes. I'm planning on saving the mana draw so that next round, if I do attack a city, I can use 2 mana from the source to do so. I'm just going to do this. Okay, so this is 7 movement. 4 for the Tirelessness and an extra 3 for the March. So we're going to go in here. I'm just going to shuffle this down a little bit because we don't need all of this space anymore. And we're then going to explore. So is it a city or is it Volker's camp again? It is a city. It is the blue city. So all of the cities have special abilities. And I think the blue ones have like an extra armor or something. So it's level 3, which is a white and a purple. So we have a level 3 city. We also have the dragon. So I'll use the dragon that I drew last time. We have a monastery over there. So we get another one of those. That lake is in a really bad position Because if we go here first, we're then going to have to fly over the lake or come all the way around. Oh, okay. Oh, and if we move from there to there, we have to fight this. Oh, worst game ever. Right. So the blue city. Oh no! Everything that has an elemental attack is boosted, and you always reveal what's in a city, even if it's nighttime, because otherwise the game would be screwed. So in the city is really, really dangerous monsters and some fire mages. And you have to defeat both of them. You have to attack both of them at the same time. Okay, well that's changed things a bit. Oh, only reveal when adjacent. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, yes, you only reveal when adjacent, but you do so whether it's night or day. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. So forget that. We didn't see that. Move along. Nothing to see here. So it's 3 movement to get into the hills, and then it will be another 2 to assault the city, and then we're going to fight the dragon as well. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I've got my blooming rush of adrenaline in my hand again. So we need to look at this dragon. So let's have a quick look at this the dragon. It's a bit scary, isn't he? Okay. So it's got an attack of 8. It's got 8 armor, but it's elusive. So if I don't block it, it's got 16 armor. I would need a ranged attack of 16. Ranged attack of 16 and it's dead. Anybody got ranged attack 16? Up their sleeve. Or we just block it and then hit it for 8. So it's actually not that dangerous. Oh, the Staff of Concealment. Thank you, Phil. I do have the Staff of Concealment, which means I can move and that wouldn't provoke it. I'm working out whether to just go here and hit it and then attack the city at night. And if I defeat one city, I'm going to count that as a win. Am I going to do anything else this turn? I don't think I am. Thing is, I got no more cards. Oh, I'm going to get a crystal at the end of my turn. What crystal could I have? Well, red. Yeah, just going to end my turn. So those go to my discard pile. I'm going to roll this. It's green. And I'm going to mine a red crystal out of the ground. And then that's it. Don't draw up. So Noroas takes a turn. Done. My go. My penultimate turn this round. So 3 movement and then we could attack the dragon. I mean, I can get 3 movement. But it's how I get the 3 movement. It would be card sideways. Oh, and it's vampiric. It's a vampiric dragon. It's undead. So it's going to deal me wounds. It's going to deal me a lot of wounds. I could get block 7. I need 1 more block. And then I can block it. So if I regenerate the Utum Guardsmen, I could then use them to block 4. Use the Utum Crossbowmen to block 3. That's block 7. 1 card sideways is block 8. So I'd heal the Guardsman. I'd then play just 1 card as a block. So that's then blocked. Then I could play Tremor to reduce the armor by 3. So it's down to 5. And then I can Rage and Mana Draw sideways. Does that work? I think I've just done it. Somebody tell me if that's correct. Is that correct? I mean, that would be amazing if I did that. Where's the 3 movement now? What, did I forget the 3 movement? I think I might have forgotten the 3 movement. We've got that for 2 movement. Ah, and I've got that. I could do it. Right, let's just go over it again. Did I get the 3 movement? So I'd do that. That would be, yeah, I think I forgot the 3 movement. Right, so we can do it, and I think I'm going to because it's cool. That's what these items are for. Whoever designed these must be a genius because these are really, really good in the game. I really like these. Amulet of Reawakening. Pick a random card from your discard pile and put it on the bottom of your deed deck. Not into your hand. Which means I can't do it. Because you have to do something on your turn. No, I can still do it. I think I can still do it. How do I move 3 though? Oh, I move 3 with that. Yeah, okay. I think we can. I think this works. So I'm going to activate the Amulet of Reawakening. It's basically got a espresso inside. Nobody has said that my my math was incorrect on that, so hopefully we got it right. So I get a random card, which goes on the bottom of my deed deck. And the rule of this game is that you can't just skip a turn. You have to play at least 1 card. And if you don't play a card, you have to discard a card. It's a very, very uncommon rule because nobody ever does it. But I would actually do it right now if I could. So now I need to generate 3 movement points. So we're going to use the Staff of Concealment for 2. And I'm going to play a card sideways for 1. It's the Rush of Adrenaline again. 3 movement. Move into the hills. And then I'm going to use Regeneration to heal the Utum Guardsman. Okay, end of turn. Then Norowas declares end of round. So I get 1 more turn. And on that turn, we are going to challenge this Vampiric Dragon. It's coming at me for 8. We're going to go block 4, block 3 for block 7. Mana draw sideways for block 8. So I've blocked it. If I've messed this up, I am so embarrassing. I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, this is not right. No, I think I've mistimed. I think I'm a card short. So I can't do any of that. Yeah, I'm a card short. How did I work this out? Oh, it's the card. I should have drawn the card at the end of the previous turn. There's the card. Right. I thought I'd worked it out. So I've blocked it. I've blocked 8. Then I cast Tremor using this to reduce its armor by 3. So it's 5. I then use Rage using this for 4 and Determination for 2. I'll tell you what. I need to lie down after this. I think that's it. Somebody, yeah. I got the card. So somebody tell me, is that right? Have I done it? Did I work that out? So all sorts of things happen. It's a rampaging Draconum, so I get 2 reputation. I get 7 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ding! I'm going to level up. And I get another one of these faction tokens. And, ooh, it's a vial of toxin. Tasty. 1 source of physical attack gains 3. 2 if it was ranged, 1 if it was siege. The bonus is lost if the attack is no longer physical. Okay. That is 1 dead dragon. God, I've forgotten how mentally exhausting this game is. But yeah, we did it. So end of a turn, level up. I get these 2 skill tokens, but if I want to, I could take one of Norowas's. So we have the one that gives me +1 influence every turn, and if I discard a unit, I get +3. Basically, I don't want friends. They can go away. Influence 3. Oh no, if you do not recruit any units. Okay, so 3 influence as long as I don't recruit a unit. Or Hawkeyes. Once per turn, move 1. And in addition, if it was nighttime, exploring costs 1 less. Okay, well that's actually quite good because it is going to be nighttime and I am going to be doing some exploring. Although I can't put a core tile there. A core tile needs to be placed adjacent to 2 other core tiles. But still, 1 movement is good. That's better than this. Or I could take that and that. Oh, sorry, that or that. If I take that one, I have to take this. And I think I need that. Oh. Such agonizing decisions. Okay. I don't need that. I'm going to take this one. So I'll take that one. That one goes up there. That one goes there. I just need to check. Do I reveal that one after? Just check the rules for the solo game again. Skills in a solo game. Every time your hero has gained a skill token, so after. Right, okay. That goes back, although there's no point rolling it because these are all going to go. These are all going to go. Whew. How is the game going? Well, yeah, it is the best game ever, and this is just proving it. So we are end of round. Yeah, so gets that one, gets a white crystal. We are about to go into the final round of the game. It's only 3:30. There was me thinking I wouldn't have time to do a full conquest. I might have done, but I would have been pushing it. If I was going to do a full conquest, which is 6 rounds, I don't think I'd have got it done before 5 o'clock. How many intact monasteries do we have? We still have 3, don't we? And we didn't burn any monasteries down. I was going to, but decided not to. Choices were made. Right, the unit offer has gone, and we've now revealed a core tile. So we get gold, silver, gold, silver. The Amhotep Freezers, the Ultim Guardians, these are big uns, the Magic Familiars, never liked them, and some Utum Swordsmen. Okay. Recruiting those is going to be tricky. Let's flip my tokens over this time so I don't forget. Did I take my advanced action for the level? I don't think I did. No, I don't. Well spotted. I don't think I did. So where... No, you're right. I didn't. What was the one on the bottom? It was Blood Ritual, wasn't it? So it was one of those 3. Oh, it was Steady Tempo. That's what I was going to take. So I took Steady Tempo. Noroas then takes that. So we need 1 more. Thank you for spotting that. Blood Rage. Other board games are available. Okay. So, Noroas's deck. My deck. How are we doing in terms of leveling up? We are currently level 6. Not sure we're going to get to 7. 7 would be nice, because 7 is an extra armor. Yeah, not going to matter too much. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. We have drawn Swift Reflexes, Rage, Tirelessness, Concentration, Swiftness, and March. All the movement. None of the attacks. So, I wonder which card we're going to take. I'm missing one. What were the Midnight Meditation? So, it's got to be Midnight Meditation to get rid of all of these movement cards and get loads of attack cards. got to be. I mean, sparing power is awesome, but it's going to be slow. Yeah. So I'm going to go Midnight Meditation. Is Norawat's going to go first again? Might do, might not. Although it's not been a problem. I've been managing my card draw efficiently. No, he's going after me. Hey, so for the first time in the game, I get to go first. Right, off we go. Once this night, before any of your turns, now, shuffle up to 5 cards, including Woods, from your hand back into your deed deck, and then draw that many cards. Okay, so we're going to do it. Don't forget to flip the day in the... Oh, yeah, the mana pool. Good. It is night time. We have green, we have black, we have red, and we have white. So, we need 2 movement to get onto the city. It's always 2 movement to get into the city. So I have that. So I'm going to get rid of Tirelessness. That's going to get shuffled in. And I think we're going to get rid of Swift Reflexes because ranged attack against the city, not good. Also, Swiftness against the city, not good. Get rid of that. Concentration is going to be good, especially because we've got green. So I'm going to keep those 2 cards. Those 3 are going in. Shuffle them back into your hand, from your hand into your deed deck and draw that many cards. We're totally going to draw the same 3 cards. Right, I'm also starting to get a little hungry. I'm just going to go over there and have another mouthful of soup. I'm not going to go anywhere, so don't need to go away and make another cup of tea. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm back. So, we've shuffled in. We're drawing 3 cards. You'd shuffle in the March too, because the likelihood is that you draw at least 1 movement card. Yeah, possibly, but if I don't, then I'm messed up. Yeah. Awful draw. Awful, awful, awful draw. Right. Oh, and in fact, we should have looked at what it was. So we should have seen what was in there at the time we moved next to it. So let's just have a look at these 2 tokens. There we go. And there's me over there. So, what have we got? We have the Ultim Guardsmen. So they are fortified, but they're already fortified. So you can't hit them with ranged. They've got 5 armor, which is not too bad. Sorry, they attack for 5, which is not too bad. But they are resistant to everything. So they've got 7 armor, but they are resistant to fire, ice, and physical, which means you need double that amount to actually kill them. There's also the fire mages. Now, they've got 6 attack, but because they're in the blue city, they've got 8. So they've got 8 fire attack, which is only 8, but it would be 16 to block it because I don't have any ice block. And to kill them, it's only 5. It's only 5 to kill them. They're resistant to fire, but I don't have any fire attacks. So, are we going to be able to take on this city? That is the question. I don't have my earthquake. I have my motivation, so I'm going to use my motivation. I gain a fame. I draw 2 cards. Threaten. Useless. Stamina. Useless. Okay, I've drawn some terrible, terrible cards. I mean, another option is just to go here. Maybe attack this. It's a tricky one. I've not drawn any of the cards which I really need to attack that city. I do have 8 cards in hand and I have 3 units that are good. Yeah, keep it for the second town. That's I mean, I've got 1 movement point here. So I have a free movement point. So I only need 1 move, which is 1 card sideways, which could be the influence card. Although, if I do take this city, I can then use this to try and recruit some big, powerful units. Okay, well, let's work backwards. Let's work backwards. Because ultimately, we can take the wounds if we need to. How are we going to kill the fire mages? We need 5 points of attack. Have I got 5 points of attack? Yes, I have 5 points of attack. Somehow, with a combination of cards, I have 5 points of attack. I can't remove those resistances. So we've got these shock troops, which is to reduce 1 enemy attack by 3, but then any damage from that attack must be assigned to this unit first. So I could use the shock troops to reduce that attack by 3, and then it hits the shock troops and wounds them. But then that's them gone. So I could do that. And I could just take the damage from that, which would be 3 wounds. Or we could reduce... So many choices. How are we going to deal with these? These Ultim Guardians? Do I really need 14 attack? There's no way around it. Have I factored in the Blue City's effect for the elementals? Yes, that's 8. That's 8 attack. Yeah, am I right on understanding this? If it's resistant to all forms of attack, I basically need double its armor. So I need to be reducing its armor. If I can reduce its armor, every one that I reduce its armor is effectively 2 attack, which is why I needed the tremor. Okay. So, the shock troops would reduce the armor by 1 and the attack by 1. So, just thinking this through, I could use the shock troops to reduce the armor down to 6 and the attack down to 4, and then I could block the Utum Guardsmen with that. I could do that. Then, yeah, we have 8 fire attack coming in. So the only thing that's efficient against fire attack is ice block. I don't have any ice block. So it would be 8 fire damage coming in, which is potentially 3 wounds. Oh, I've got this as well. I've got my vial of toxin. Ah. Okay. I thought I had a card that said siege attack. Yeah, no, I don't. It's my green bolt thing. So anyway. What was I doing? I was taking the 3 wounds potentially from this. And then I was trying to deal it 5 physical damage. Which I can, and there's a variety of ways in which I can deal it 5 physical damage. I could just go 2, 5, potentially. So I take the wounds from this one and then I kill it. But that armor is now down to 6. How do I do 12 attack? No, we need to boost that. So let's ignore that one for a minute. Let's try and get the 12 attack. That with the red is 4, and that is 7. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we can do it. In fact, if I concentrate on rage, that's 12. Okay, so play concentration using the green mana from the source. With concentration, play rage for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's them dead. Okay, and then the fire mages, I need 5. Yep, we can do it. Easy. This game's easy. Don't know what everybody's complaining about. We use that with a white crystal for ranged attack 3. And I play 2 cards sideways. I also need 1 movement, but that's fine. Are we going to influence? Yeah, okay. Am I using the crystallize? Okay, so the movement to get in there is a crystallize sideways and that skill, which is once per round. So that's the 2 movement to get in. I'm doing all of that shenanigans. I'm blocking, etc., etc., etc. And I'm taking 3 wounds from this. And the reason why I need to block that is if I don't block that, I take 2 wounds from that. I mean, I could put it on the units, but I think my plan is to put the damage from the next city on the units, if I get to the next city. So I've moved in, so I need to do 2 more on that, because that's 3. And it's going to be 2 cards sideways. So it's going to be that one, and it's going to be that one. Okay, so let's go through it again. I generate 1 movement point from Hawkeyes, and I use a card sideways for the 2nd movement point. That moves me onto the city, which is an assault, so I lose a reputation. And I'm now on the city. I then get attacked by both of those things. I use the shock troops to reduce the armor of that by 1 and the attack by 1, so it's attacking me for 5. I use the 4 block from the Utum Guardsman, so I don't take any damage from that. This is attacking me with 8 fire. I don't block it. 8 divided by 3 is 3, so I take 3 wounds. 1, 2, 3. 3 wounds to my hand. Okay, I then take a green mana from the source to play concentration. With concentration, I play rage for attack 6. I use my vial of toxin to increase that by 3, so it's 9. And I use the Utum Crossbowman for another attack of 3, which is 12, halved to 6, which is equal to its armor. They're dead. Then I use my white crystal for the swift reflexes to give me ranged attack 3, 2 more cards sideways for 5. It's resistant to fire, but it's not resistant to physical. That's dead. Is that it? Oof. I think that's it. Wow. Okay, well, I think we're done. So, we gain a bazillion fame. 13. 13 fame. Put these cards up here now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is ding. Right. And I put 2 tokens on the city because I killed 2 units, which means I believe that I have +2 influence whenever I'm doing any interaction with this city. I think that's what that means. My turn is not over though. I am going to flip that over to gain a white crystal and heal 1. And then my turn is over. Wow, 1 city down. Unfortunately, all of my units have been used. So, 4 cards in hand. I could have done that to prevent taking one of the wounds. Should we do that? No. No, I think that's okay. There is much rejoicing. There is definitely a lot of rejoicing. If anybody has any Jaffa cakes at home, now is the time to break them out and have one. If you are adjacent, if you end your turn on or adjacent to a conquered city, your hand limit is 2 higher if you are that city's leader. Yes. So my hand size is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. That was my first turn. Norawas's first turn. 1, 2, 3. It's green, so we have an extra 1. Okay, my turn. I'm going to use the Endless Gem Pouch. Oh, should I now destroy it? Gain a mana token of each basic colour and get black if played at night. Oh, maybe we keep that. Maybe we keep that, and maybe we use the... yeah. Maybe we use it at the end. Yeah, call to arms in the city. Let's call to arms. Yeah, during interaction you gain influence equal to the number of shield tokens that you have. So I get +2 shield tokens. City is conquered. Player with the most shield tokens is the leader. When you defeat an enemy, put a shield token on the city. Yeah, I think we got it right. Oh, spell. Yeah, you can learn a spell as well. Ah, that one. Okay, so I could interact with the blue city. I could spend 7 influence and a mana of a colour to learn. So we're saying I could spend 7 influence, could spend this white mana to learn this. You may use an ability of one of the units in the offer this turn as if it were one of your recruits. Oh, right. Okay, well, that's another way of doing it. Or, Call to Glory, recruit any one unit from the unit's offer for free. Wow. Oh, and I can. There's black. Ah. Right. Well, that's a better way of doing it, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah. So rather than recruiting the unit, learn the spell because it's the blue city. The blue city is full of magicians. Well, there you go. That's it. That's what we do. So yeah, on my turn, I play Promise with the white for 4, 5 because of my reputation, 6, 7 because of that. Oh, I need the white mana. There's the white mana to learn Call to Arms. Yeah, that's it. I think that's what I'm doing. I might learn another spell next turn, like Demolish. Oh my god, ignore site fortifications this turn. Enemies get -1 armor. So I literally demolish the walls and then use all of my ranged attack to kill everything. Or I can disintegrate to destroy target enemy. That's amazing. Maybe we'll do that next turn. Okay, so I think that's it for this turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. So I get another card. Yeah, and we're slow playing again. So Norawas, 1, 2, 3. It's green, so we lose an extra card. So we could stay here. Well, now we're going to cast the Call to Glory. This is brilliant. Thank you very, very much for this, Biojan. That's an amazing thing. Do we use the Endless Gem Pouch now? Gain a mana token of each basic colour and get a black mana token as well. No, I'm gonna keep that. So we're gonna use Call to Arms. I'm gonna use my white crystal, and we're gonna use the black mana from the source to recruit any one unit from the offer for free. Say hello to my new friends, the Altum Guardians. That's just bonkers. Oh, there is a spell to remove a target's resistance. Yes. Okay. Right. Well. No, I'm going to try and get to the other city, but I probably won't. But it's just great. It's just such a emerging narrative is the technical phrase for explaining how this game plays out. Right, Norowas. 1, 2, 3. It's green, so it's an extra 1. Okay. Our time in this city is done, I think, unless I wanted to threaten them to get the demolish. But then we're looking at how do I play 5, 6, 7. I should have an extra card, shouldn't I? 6. Yeah, I should have 8. I mean, I could take the demolish. It's very, very good. Let's do it. Let's stay in town again. And we're going to threaten them. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I have to spend a red mana as well. Ah. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm being a bit greedy. If I had a red crystal, I'd totally do it. I could use the endless gem pouch, but I'm tempted to save that till the end because that's going to get me so many amazing things. Is there any way that I can get? No. Okay. Yeah, 2 City Blitz is very, very difficult, but I'm gonna try it. And this has not helped. If this wasn't lakes, we could have potentially gone over. But as it is, we've got to go back through this swamp. It's never going to happen, is it? And you can't explore a core tile here. Core tile has to be placed next to 2 other tiles. So that could be a core tile, and that could be a core tile. I mean, we do have Song of Wind. If I went to this monastery here, I could learn Song of Wind. Oh, wait a minute. Power it up with white. I do have white. And you can pay blue to travel through lakes. There is blue. Hang on a minute. I think we can do this. What a weird combination of stuff. So, Hawkeyes. You may reveal garrisons of fortified sites at a distance of 2, but exploring is also 1 less. Okay. Yeah, change of plan. So, I'm going to... I'm just going to play steady tempo to move 2, and I'm going to leave the city and I'm going to go to the monastery. Right? And then while I'm at the monastery, I'm going to say hello. And oh no, you can't learn that. No, you can learn these. Hang on a minute. Yes. For some reason I thought I could learn a thing from the offer. I can't. But I can learn from here. And there is Frost Bridge, which if I power up with blue, you can travel through lakes. And the movement cost of lakes and swamps is reduced to 1. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Forget the Song of Wind. We can't have that unless I level up again, but that's going to take ages. So, yeah, we've played steady tempo. We've moved to the monastery. How am I going to influence them? I'm going to threaten them. I'm going to threaten the people at the monastery. There's 5, plus my 1 is 6, which is enough. They are going to teach me the ways of Frostbridge. Done. And then at the end of my turn, that goes there. Steady tempo goes on the bottom of my deck. That gets rolled. It's red. It goes back. I discard that. My hand size is still 8 because I'm next to my city. So I draw 2. I've drawn Frostbridge. And I've drawn Mark. Norowas. 1, 2, 3. It's green, so it's an extra card. I've got about 3 turns left. So we're going to play Frostbridge. Powered up with blue. So I've got move 4, 5. You are able to travel through lakes, and the move cost of lakes and swamps is reduced to 1. Exactly what I needed. So we're going to move to here. 1. I have 4 movement points left. I use 2 of them to explore. It's not a city. It's not a city. So there's a big bad dragon in the middle on the mountain. We have a keep over here. And we have a ruins, which are always face up. Oh, the rule I don't remember. Ancient ruins. No, face down if it's night. Okay. Face up if it's day, no matter where you are. Face down if it's night. Okay, well, that's actually not too bad. Yeah? So I had 5 movement points. I've used 1 to move to there and 2 to explore. So I've got 2 movement points left. So I move to there and there using my frost bridge. So we're still okay. Ask me about the microphone later on. I can tell you. I just don't want to get too distracted. So I've no movement points left now. And I'm going to need to get into the forest and then another 2 to explore. Oh, no, sorry. It was 1 to explore. Sorry, it's 1 to explore because of the Hawkeyes. At night time, exploring costs 1 less. Okay, so I had 5. I spent 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1 movement point left. Oh, but it's a forest at night time. It's cost 5. Right, that's fine. March with a green crystal. Movement 4. There's the 5. I'm in the forest at night time. I think I'm going to stop there because I've got this in hand and I'm hoping I can get there next turn. Okay, I think we're done. Did I place the tile incorrectly? No, I think I did. Why not explore up? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. We might have a bit of an undo. I can place the tile here because it's adjacent to 2 other tiles. Is that right? I think so. That's me just getting flustered now. So the rules for exploring core tiles are they can't be on an edge. It's in here somewhere. Reveal new map tiles. Tiles are always in a defined direction. Core tiles can only be placed that they will be adjacent to at least 2 other tiles. Yeah, so I could have done. And you're saying move to the wastelands instead of the forest. Oh, yeah, it would be cheaper. But actually, let's just undo that last bit because you're absolutely right. I could have just explored here. So, yeah. So I've used the frost bridge. I've got 5 movement. I've spent 1 to go to there. 1 to explore. I've got 3 left. 1 to explore here. Oh, look, it's a city. Let's move this around here because our map is now complete. We have some orcses. We have some more orcses. We have a green city. Where's the green city? So level 3 green city is 2 grey and a brown. Everything's poisonous. 2 grey and a brown, which are face down for now. Okay, so yeah, if this is legal, I've still got 2 movement points left. And I will play stamina to give me 4 movement points and move from there to there, which provokes this. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Thank you very much, Dale. Yeah. So I think we're good. That was awesome. That's exactly what we needed. Yeah, because I needed to explore there to then be able to explore there. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we're fighting just some little orc wolf riders. Oh, they're so cute. So they're swift. They're going to attack me. They're going to deal me a wound. Am I bothered? I don't think I am. But I might as well prevent the wound because I've got a few too many wounds in hand. So I'm not going to bother blocking them because it's 3 block. It's not worth it. So I'll prevent the wound with my whatever it is. Got some fancy item thing. So many reference cards for this game. There it is. It's a Cloak of Shielding. So I put on my Cloak of Shielding and I can ignore the wound. Right. Then I need to deal 4 damage to them. That's the bigger problem. Yeah. That is the bigger problem. So. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Suddenly, without all my friends and a lack of cards. So maybe we do use the Endless Gem Pouch. Yeah, so that's not happened yet. I think I'm going to have to use the Endless Gem Pouch. But then I'm hoping to get a red. I mean, if I don't kill it, I just ignore it. I take the wound from it, but I ignore it. And it just stays there. But I kind of want to kill it, because otherwise I'm going to have to defeat it again when I go here. Okay. Oh, wound my units. Yeah, I could do. But I use the Cloak of Shielding. That's fine. It's not the wound that I'm bothered about. It's the... How am I going to deal 4 damage to it? I could use the Autumn Guardians, but that is the biggest waste. People will unsubscribe from my channel if I use the Autumn Guardians to attack some little orc wolf riders. And also using a Crushing Bolt, which is Siege Attack 3, seems a bit of a waste. Oh, that with Concentration would be amazing. Have I used my Concentration? It's like the first card I used, yeah. I think I'm going to have to. Because I don't want to be throwing away all of these other cards. So we are going to use Crushing Bolt and Rage to kill it. Ugh. Probably a bad move. Can't see any other way of doing that. No. Okay. Elephant gun to kill a fly. Yeah, exactly right. Right, that's it. That is my turn done. Oh, I've noticed I have ended the turn on a blue crystal mine. Oh, I'll have a blue crystal. Thank you very much. Right, these cards will disappear. Right, Norowas. 1, 2, 3. So I have 2 turns left. Oh dear. Oh, I should have drawn up. What's my hand size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 5, 6. No boost? No boost? No boost. Right. Don't forget that I need a green and a black for the tremor. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to use my Endless Gem Pouch. So it's going to get me a mana token of every basic colour and a black. So that's fine. And I have the tremor. Okay. Now we need to move. So this is my penultimate turn. And I'm not going to attack it this turn. Oh, there's also resting. Yeah. I could rest. Now that's interesting. Do I rest as my penultimate turn, which is to discard one non-wound card and as many wounds? Yeah, I think we do. I think that's my best bet, is I rest. Nobody ever rests in this game. That's another commonly unused rule, but I think we're going to do it. So I discard one non-wound card from my hand to discard any number of wound cards from my hand. And then I'm going to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Noromas declares end of round. I have 1 more turn, and then we're done. Right. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Finally, my rush of adrenaline that I got at the start of the game might actually do something. And I've drawn my regeneration, which means I can ready one of these units. So, suddenly, everything is awesome. I am going to destroy my endless gem pouch, which gives me 1 mana token of each basic colour, and also black because it's nighttime. But that is it. That is that. That's 2 points gone at the end of the game. But look at this. Okay. So I then march using this for 4 movement. I march through the swamp. I'm going to need 7 movement. Oh, I don't have enough cards. And I've got 1 from this. So 4, 5. I need 2 more movement. 2 more movement. It's going to have to be improvisation with the rush of adrenaline. I'm not using it for the thing that I was going to use it for. But I've got to. I absolutely have to. So it's going to have to be regeneration. Wow, just to move. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 5 onto the forest. I could go into the swamp, but then I'd be provoking the orcs. So 5 onto the forest, and at that point, we reveal the enemy tokens. Now, I'm going to go for it anyway, but let's have a look at what enemy tokens we have in here. So we have the heroes, we have some other heroes, and we have some gargoyles. Okay, so there we go. That's what we're fighting. And everything that's physical is also poisonous. Oh dear, 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 dear. Okay. Well, it's been nice knowing you all. I lose a reputation for assaulting the city. Off we go. This is our last big hurrah. Let's see how much damage we're going to be able to do. So they've all gone, and I've got 2 cards in hand, but one of them is Rush of Adrenaline. New fancy card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the green crystal from here. Sorry, my green crystal and the black mana token. Cast Earthquake. So all enemies are -4 because they're all fortified because they're in the city. So they all get -4 armor. Yeah? Is that right? Yeah. So literally, they've all got, 1 armor because it's minimum of 1. That's hilarious. Then oh my god, how am I going to deal with... Right, okay. Okay, then I'm going to cast Rush of Adrenaline using this red. I don't need to use that red. I can use that red. I'll use this red. Okay, so Rush of Adrenaline. After taking the first wound to your hand this turn, throw it away and draw a card. For each of the next 3 wounds you take, draw a card. So, I'm going to get hit a lot. Yeah. Right then, bring it on. So I'm not blocking anything. Oh, this is hilarious. Right, I'm not blocking anything. So let's just work this out because I don't want to become exhausted or whatever it is, which I think is if I take 6 wounds, I'm going to become exhausted. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the attack from the gargoyles. Oh, and I can wound units. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So maybe I won't take the attack from the gargoyles. No. So I'm going to take the attack from the spellcasty heroes. So hitting me for 3 physical. So I take a wound, but after taking the first wound, throw it away, draw a card. Useless, right? Then the heroes hit me again with 3 ice. I take a wound. So the wound goes into my hand. And I draw a card. Tranquility, right? Next. Oh, they've got poison. So how does the poison work? Yeah, I'm taking loads of poison damage. So the first one, although I threw it away, I took a wound to my hand. I threw it away, but I still took a wound to the deck. The second one was ice, so it wasn't poison. Okay. Right. So then, the heroes. So the heroes are hitting me for 5. I'm going to put the Utum Guardsmen in the way. They've got 5. So they take 2 wounds because it's poison. Then they're hitting for 3. I will allow them to hit me. So I take a wound to hand. I also take a wound to my discard pile. And I draw a card. Then, finally, we have the gargoyles. And the gargoyles are going to hit me. It's 5 damage, which is 2 wounds. So I take 2 wounds to hand. I take 2 to my discard pile. And that's my 3rd one. So I draw a card. There you go. Yeah. I mean, awesome. I just drew through my day. Right, rush of adrenaline was great. Okay, now I need to kill these guys. And this is actually quite funny because I've got these Ultim Guardians, which are attack 5. And these have got 1 armor each. So I just go sideways, sideways, sideways. I drew no attack cards. But okay, that's physically resistant. I'll use the Ultim Guardians to kill the gargoyles, and then I'll use 2 cards sideways. In fact, I'll use those 2 cards sideways, but a 1 on that and a 1 on that. So they're all dead. That is hilarious. In fact, I can shoot one of them with this. I don't even need to use the Ultim Guardians. So I could have used the Ultim Guardians to block, but it was fun. That was a huge amount of fun. But yes, I could have used the Ultim Guardians to block that. Because I didn't need them to attack. So they stopped the attack on the Utum Guardsmen, which didn't affect the cards that I drew. I then use Swiftness for ranged attack 3 on that to kill that. 2 cards sideways to kill those. I'm just going to mute the microphone because I'm going to swear. Right. And then I'm going to cast Tranquility to heal a wound. And we gain... well, I lose 2 more reputation because these 2 were heroes. So we've gone into the city and we've beaten up all of the heroes. But I do gain 14 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which technically does get me another skill. I can then... Oh, no, that's end of turn. And technically it does get me another advanced action. Just what an insane game. We succeeded. I think we did it. I mean, I only did it because the Frost Bridge came out. It was literally down to that. If it weren't for that Frost Bridge, I was stuck here. I would have probably gone here. I wouldn't have been able to explore. What could I do? And I could have gone down here. There's very little I could have done. It would have been a very anticlimactic end to the stream where I was basically stuck on the side of a lake. But thankfully, because the Frost Bridge came out, everything opened up. And thank you very much to the chat for saying, oh, why didn't you just explore there rather than going down here? For some reason, I thought I can't explore there, but I can. I just had it in my head that the other core tile was going to go there. But I honestly didn't think that that was going to be at all possible. And not only was it possible, that is one of the most epic games that I have ever had of Mage Knight. That was just phenomenal. So the story that I wanted to tell you, right? All of this week, I have taken this week off work. I'm not doing any paid work this week at all. And I'm live streaming games all day, every day. So on Monday, if you are interested, I did about 7 hours of live streams of a game called Pathfinder Adventure Card Game, which I absolutely love. That is on the channel for Monday. On Tuesday, Rick came over and we played Marvel Champions all day. We played 5 games of Marvel Champions all day. That was fantastic. Yesterday afternoon, I started my campaign of Earthborn Rangers. So that was fantastic. All of the games this week so far have been extremely rewarding, extremely fulfilling, and I have had an absolute blast. This has been, you know, the best week off work ever. Even though live streaming is really hard work and it requires a lot of setup and it's quite stressful. This morning, I was a little nervous because I didn't remember how to play this game. And out of all of the games that I've played this week, I was actually thinking that this might be the one that I enjoy the least. Because there's going to be people in the chat who know the game better than me. That happened, but that wasn't a problem. But I felt that I wasn't going to be comfortable playing the game. I felt like I was going to be an idiot, that I was going to make stupid moves, that I wasn't going to remember things, that I was going to make loads of mistakes. And about half an hour before we went live, I was actually thinking, well, I'm going to do it, but I don't think I'm going to enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed the other games that I've played this week. And about an hour into this video today, I was like, this game is phenomenal. This game still has not been beaten for me. 14 years now, and this has been my #1 favourite game. It can be played solo, it can be played multiplayer, it can be played competitively, it can be played cooperatively. There's multiple scenarios, but to be honest, just the base scenario tells such an amazing emerging narrative story of what happens. Now, if you're the kind of person, because I know people that hate this game, if you're the kind of person that wants to move around, roll dice and fight monsters, this is not for you. This is not for you. This is a hardcore, serious game for serious gamers who want to put in the effort to work, you know, spend the brain power on the puzzle that happens with where to move to, which cards to play, when to play cards, when not to play cards. And it does reward a lot of experience. So today, I am very surprised at how a lot of my prior knowledge to the game came back to me, with help from the chat. Because there was that one round where I rested. I very rarely rest in games, but resting is a rule in the game that you can do. And if you forget that rule, that might be the rule that you need. And the only reason that we won today, apart from the help from the chat, is the fact that there were a couple of times where I made critical decisions to do something which I probably wouldn't normally do in a game. You know, the fact that I stayed like in the city, the first city for 2 turns and learnt a couple of spells and things like that. The suggestion in the chat to learn the spell Call to Arms, which got the Utum Guardsman. I mean, it was funny in the end that I didn't really need them. I got them, they're awesome, but I didn't need to block there. It's just, yeah, it was great. It's a phenomenal game. If you have watched this video, obviously thank you very much. If this has incentivized you to either go out and buy the game or to get the game off your shelf, then as long as you enjoy it, my job is done. I do these playthrough videos because I like playing games, but I also like the fact that I get a number of messages from people to say, Paul, I watched you playing this game. I hadn't heard of it before. It looked really cool. I bought it. It's now my favourite game of all time. And as far as I'm concerned, from a self-rewarding perspective of what I want to achieve in my life is bringing happiness to other people, then that's good. So yeah, we are all done. Joel says he wants to go buy the game. There you go. Just before we wrap things up today, as mentioned at the very start, this was not a sponsored playthrough video, so I've not been paid any money for today. All of the advertising revenue from this video and all of my videos goes to charity. So a big thank you to everybody who watches this video because it raises money for charity. And I'm only able to do this week all of the stuff that I'm doing this week because of the support of my Patreon. My Patreon campaign is what keeps me going. It's what funds the channel. It's what keeps me going emotionally. I'm just going to check my emails to see if we've had any other Patreon supporters. We had Jess, who joined us as a Patreon supporter at the start. We've also had Susan Martin. Susan Martin has joined as a Patreon supporter as well. So we've had 2 new Patreon supporters today, which has been fantastic. If you are in a position financially to be able to do so, and you want to support me, you can. Patreon.com/gaming rules. I did have a kind of goal to try and get to 1,200 supporters by the end of the week. That's not likely to happen unless I get 20 new supporters in the next couple of days, which I might do. You might think, I'll tell you what, I'll throw Paul a couple of dollars a month, then I might do. But tomorrow, if you're interested, we are doing a 4-player game of Forbidden Stars. That's happening in the afternoon. We are starting at 1 o'clock and we're doing a full 4-player game of the old FFG game Forbidden Stars. And then tomorrow night in the evening, you won't believe it, but we're actually going to be playing Talisman, the new 5th edition of the Talisman board game. I said it would never happen, and it's happening tomorrow night. So we are going to be playing Forbidden Stars tomorrow and Talisman, and then that's it. That's the end of a glorious week of gaming. So yeah, we're all done. And it's only 4:20, which means I can pack this game away before going out later on, which I didn't think we were going to be able to do. So yeah, big thank you to everybody who's joined me today. If you've been watching this video back afterwards, thank you very much. And I'm going to go for a lie down. Cheers, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.